There we go. Camera was not behaving for a second there. Welcome to another episode of the Solo Run series in Pokemon Yellow. I think everything's working now. Fantastic. I did not have it plugged all the way, and it was betraying me, and it didn't show on stream, but now we're back. Yeah, Link, thank you. Don't forget to like the stream. If we like it early, we can sometimes help the performance of stream. So hopefully we can get a bunch of people in here today. That'd be awesome. Welcome in those that are already here early. We got Coles, Brad, Link, Yato Heat, Annie, New Racer, aka Colton. Welcome, welcome. It's very nice to see you guys here. How's everyone doing? New Racer got his car fixed yesterday. Love that. I am indeed here. I am indeed here. Okay. Being all situated. Today's going to be a a tough run for sure. It's not going to be an easy one at all. Paris is a bit of a terrible typing. I was about to say a bit of a bad typing. No, an absolutely terrible typing, I think. Like, Bug and Grass may be the worst Gen 1 typing there is, probably. I don't know about the one-times weaknesses. We have a few of those, but we have the most quad weaknesses, like the quad effective weaknesses. It's gonna be fun. I had to do a lot of research going into this to make sure that we were actually gonna be able to complete the run, because genuinely I had concerns. I think though things are looking pretty good. Okay, so let's go over Paris a little bit and what we're expecting here today. The Paris yearns for the pesticides? Maybe. It's only got 35 base HP, so it's not doing well already. It does have 70 base attack and 55 defense and special for Generation 1. That's pretty decent, but only 25 base speed. So we're very frail, low HP. We're very slow, and we have the worst typing probably in the entire game. Bug and Grass. We're quad weak to flying, poison, and fire. So not good things to be concerned about for Gen 1. There's a ton of flying Pokemon. There's a ton of poison Pokemon throughout the run. Those are very common typings. Not as much fire, luckily, until Blaine, and then we cry. But yeah, not the easiest thing. I love how Paris is quad weak to the most common types in Gen 1. Yeah, you blow on it and it dies. Basically. Brad with already the 10 gifted memberships. That's incredible, Brad. Esme got one right away and popped our snake. I love that. And Marlon as well. We got some regulars getting some gifts. I like that. I like that a lot. Thank you so much, Brad. W Brad in the chat. Put some hearts in the chat. The good thing about Paris is I feel like our learn set's pretty straightforward. In doing the research, there's kind of two kind of options for us to run, and that's kind of it. Our moveset is quite limited. We start with Scratch, and then we get Stun Sport level 13. Beyond that, New Racer with 5 gifted memberships as well. W New Racer, W Colton, you guys are incredible. Hey, we got one for Jacob Sonic Gaming, one of the OGs of the channel. Is Paris a crab or a cicada? I think it's a bug of some kind. I don't think it's a crab. It's crab-like, but I think it's not meant to be a crab. Because it looks like related to Krabby, but it's empty on the inside, at least once it evolves. Yeah, once it evolves, it definitely is empty on the inside. Yato, you're not an OG? When did you start watching the channel, Yato? I feel like I recognize you every time you're on stream a lot now. Not doing any more. Sorry, I had to pay $500 for the card. Absolutely no worries. That's a huge expense. I do not expect it. It's just very kind of you to even send the $5. It's incredible. Thank you, Colton. No hard feelings whatsoever. That's amazing for the $5. And very good that you got your car fixed. Why give it crab claws? I don't think they're crab claws because they're more like little pointers. They're not like pincers, right? If that makes sense. Does 1 year hanging around make you an OG? I think it makes you one of our regulars, but our OGs have been here since the early days, pre-streaming days. like Jacob Sonic Gaming, I believe is pre-streaming days, which is wild. Paris is a crab, but also is a bug. Crestel's an example of crab that is also a bug. That's fair. I wonder what it's actually meant to be inspired by, because usually the bugs are like kind of, at least of Gen 1, are directly inspired by like real life bugs. So like that might be the case here. There's a Mega Halucha. I have not seen it yet. Colton, you might be. You've been around for the channel for a long time. I actually don't know. Where does Squirtle land on the months viewed? I've been subbed since I got a gifted. Ooh, very nice. Squirtle is, I believe, 3 months, 3 to 6 months. It's real today. I have not gotten the chance to look at it. I've been at work. That's awesome, though. I'm gonna have to check that out. They're crab claws, but they fuse because Darwinian evolution took Paris and metaphorically neutered it before Parasite actually neutered it. That's wild. And Marlin got the Eevee badge, member for 12 months. Incredible, Marlin. Fantastic work. Got a couple of Eevees now. Love to see that. I started a bit before this series. You've definitely been around a while then, Colton. Definitely been around a while. Okay, as far as the moveset, for the main part of the game, we have Leech Life, which is our stab bug move. It's the only bug move we get. It's not great. It's going to have some use in this playthrough for up until the mid game or so, and then we're going to ditch it. We get Spore at level 27. Fantastic move for Paris. It makes us so we can actually set up, even though we're slow, to like try to get some utility out of the later parts of the game. And then we do get Slash, which doesn't really go very well with setting up, and then Growth. On top of that, we get Swords Dance access, very good for the mid game. We also get Body Slam, huge. We do get Mega Drain, decent option. Dig, and Rest, Mimic. Not a ton of options besides that. You'll never be an OG. Oh no, Yazo, you're always welcome here. I'm always happy to see you. Okay, so I think the plan here, there's, like I said, there's kind of two options. We run a Growth set or a Swords Dance set. If we run Growth, we'll probably be hanging on to Dig and then replacing Dig with Mimic at some point in like the Elite Four. And then we also have Spore and Mega Drain. I think if we run Swords Dance, which is kind of what I'm leaning toward, we can run Body Slam and Dig for the late game along with Spore. I think I'm leaning more that way. The problem with Swords Dance is we won't get as many turns of setup, meaning we won't get as many badge boosts. So that's where Growth is kind of nice. But for speed, like for getting through the game as quickly as possible, Swords Dance is faster setup. Each time we have to set up, and might be enough to get us through without having 6 turns of setup every single fight we need to set up. So those are the two options. I'm going to try Swords Dance option for the first run. If it does not work, I know that the Growth option does work. I've done some research in the way of Scott's Thoughts channel, who does fantastic work about yellow solo running. Mega Drain is very beneficial. It is very beneficial. However, there's not a ton of utility out of Mega Drain if we also have Dig. Because Mega Drain's main purpose is to knock out probably rock types in this run. There's not a lot of water types we have to deal with after we get Mega Drain. So, not really a huge, super like useful move. Whereas Dig will take care of rock types and poison types. Very useful. So there's kind of two ways to go about this. If I can make the Swords Dance set work, I would love that. Because I have a slightly weird plan for the early game here, as we're getting into this, where I'm going to intentionally try to lose the lab battle. Yeah, Lorelei's the only water like type that we'll be fighting. She doesn't have a ton she can do against us as long as we can make it past the Cloyster. That's the one concern. I will probably hang on to Mega Drain just in case for that battle. We might be able to make it work there for the first run. If not, like I said, second run, we're going to run the Growth set, and it should be fine, even if the first Swords Dance run doesn't quite work. But I think it will, and I think it will be slightly more efficient with the caveat that we have to lose the first battle, the lab battle. And I'll get into that once we get into that battle. For the tier list, I would not be surprised if Paris lands in like the D tier. I don't think it's F tier because of setup. It has Spore and setup moves. That's going to help significantly. It's not going to be great. It's not going to be very good. In fact, it's still quite bad. But maybe C tier? If we're like do an amazing run for run number 2. I kind of think that's the peak performance would be like C tier. New Racer saying, if I in 10 minutes I'm going to eat food I want for a 7-mile walk. Are you going on a 7-mile walk? That's intense. That's fantastic work though. I mean, that's cool. That's getting some serious steps in. I have to say no because she's... Oh, green is a pretty girl, says Yato. If you're in the age group, I feel like that's fair. Mid C tier for 5 gifted. Mid C tier, so like an hour and 20 minutes. That's a tough turnaround. That's gonna be a tough one to manage. But let's see if we can get it. Let's see if we can actually get that speed. Let's go ahead and jump into the first run, and I can talk a little bit about what I think we'll need to do for this first lab battle. Let me actually close that. So we're running as efficiently as we can, get as few frame drops as we can. Awesome. Let's go ahead and jump into the first. We're going to need a name for Paris, by the way. Get some names for Paris in the chat, and we can start our first run. There's our Paris. Hey, Jay, how you doing? I was thinking of how common Geodude and Onyx are. The Leech Life will be good for the growth sets, but technically Slash will be better, maybe even Body Slam. Yeah, Body Slam's definitely better for setting up, for sure. Yoon, is that his your name? I'm assuming. Perry. The Paris. All right, let's see. You want this Pokemon? I kind of like Perry, but I might spell him like Perry the Platypus. Spelling? Perry with A. Hey, Steven, how you doing? Because normal Perry spelled this way. Like that. Nano Slash is a pretty cool name. Yon? Yon? Is that closer? I love to try to get pronunciations right for people's names if I can. I'm not very good at it, but I try to practice. Good? Says Steven, your Beldum is doing well. That's fantastic. We'll name this Perry like this. How about that? We'll like that. Okay. All right, here we go. So we have to try and get hit by an early tail whip or... Ooh, 2 tail whips. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Perfect first attempt. We want to lose that. The reason that we're going to want to lose that battle is because now he has to take the Vaporeon team. And that means we don't have to fight a Flareon for the rivals team. By the way, there's our Paris. Look at him go. Crawl, little buddy. Actually, I do think I'm going to want this potion. Because we're going to have to train a lot. But that does mean that we can go ahead and skip this rival battle on this route. My main concern with that is he does have a Spearow, and Spearow knows Peck. I need to go back to Oak. And that Peck is 4 times effective and will just KO us until we get to like a ridiculously high level. Like at least like 13, 15, like to even take that first battle on Route 22 against Rival. Not even Brock, just that battle. So it's a lot of training for not a huge amount of experience at that point. Hey, Halen, how you doing? I think I should be able to take on these Route 1 birds because they don't actually have a flying move. Their Gust is actually not flying type. And then Rattata should be totally manageable. We do lose a level, losing that first battle intentionally, unfortunately. But I do think it's going to be very important for that Flareon matchup. Would not be our favorite because if we don't outspeed, it's quite terrible, actually. I'm gonna have to probably do that. Okay. Just be happy I go by Cole on the internet. No one would be able to say my real name. I definitely wouldn't. I'm terrible at pronunciations, unfortunately. Okay. I do think that we try to just get some, maybe a little bit of experience here. Because I don't know if we win the... There we go. That's what I wanted. Metapod. I don't know if we win the battle against the first Caterpies until we hit at least level 6. I don't know for sure. We'll see how close it is once I'm level 6. For some reason, Archer is going crazy in the background there. All right. I'm going to save because we want to lock in that battle. Yeah, Gust is normal type in Gen 1. And Karate Chop, that's true. Yeah, this is not, even at level 6, not great. That's a lot of tackles. That's a lot of damage. Are you going to use tackle every single turn? Wow. I think it's the first time I've ever seen that. Using tackle every single turn. Because it's a 50-50 every turn. Yeah, that's not great. So we're going to instead catch a Pidgey. Who wants to be a Pidgey? We need an HM Pal name for Pidgey. Absolutely, we're going to nickname this Pidgey. You didn't do anything. I'm not the reason that your dogs are going insane. Let's see. I've not, Jay. I've not heard of Bubsy. Let's see. Let's see. We have not. It's close enough. Yun. I'm trying. You are new to the chat, I believe. I'll happily use your name if you're cool with it for our Pidgey. Let me just double check the spelling because I'm terrible at spelling. Okay. There we go. Excellent. Okay. All right. I think we just go to like the next level, like level 7, before we attempt that battle again. We can just potion a few times. Sure thing, Jay. One major improvement Yellow made, I loved. They made level learn sets so much better with Nidoran finally getting double kick before Brock. Absolutely. And Nidoran is available before Brock, which is actually not the case in all Kanto games. But it's very nice. Okay, level 10. Although I don't think I have enough. No, I'm just going to train until I'm out of scratches. I think we have to do this. Like, just train up before the first battle, unfortunately. But maybe... Oh, I don't think we can knock out... Ooh, decent damage, actually. Maybe we can knock out a Metapod. Look at that. Okay, let's go heal. I may or may not be available, Coles. I'll try to help if I can. Just post it in the Discord about probably like the ROM hack channel or whatever. Just tag me in it and I will happily lend some assistance if I can. You're an old school Pokemon player and playing since 1998. You beat me then by about a year? But yeah, I've been around Pokemon for quite a while as well, and I have so much nostalgia for the old school Pokemon. You're gonna eat? Have a fantastic meal, New Racer. I have plenty of PP left, so maybe let's try this other guy. He shouldn't be as bad, in theory, or he should be not awful. Level 8 should give us some decent damage against the Metapods. He's got 2 Metapods and a Caterpie, so that should be manageable. We got to get to at least levels 17 or probably 18 would be better for Brock. We don't get any moves except for, I guess we get Stun Spore But we get no other damaging moves to deal with Brock, so Paris is not in a very good situation for the Brock split, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and just knock out a couple more wild Pokemon on the way out of the forests, and then I think we'll be in the spot where I can finally take the last 2 battles. I mean, I might be able to fight this other lass as well, which actually would be good for experience. Crawl, little guy. I haven't seen it yet, Coles. I'm going to have to check it out after stream. I didn't know it dropped. Mega Howlucha. I had very mixed feelings about Mega Victory Bell. So I'm sure it will be more to my liking than that one. I had very mixed feelings about it. I do like goofy guys, and Victory Bell's kind of like the ultimate goofy guy with the new Mega. But I don't know. Victory Bell to me is more like, even the promo like trailer, release trailer for it is more horror themed, and I always figured it was a kind of spookier Mon, not a like silly Mon. Like, yeah, he is silly, I guess, in the anime, but still, I don't know. I'm going to try to take this battle and see where we're at. Get out of my way. Let's see if we can beat this guy. You send a pic of it to the server? Okay, I'll have to take a look at that here in a sec. Okay, Veggie texted, but she didn't text me. It was actually a group chat. Okay, how many? Oh yeah, we're gonna have tons of scratches, so we should have enough. Ooh, maybe not. He's not using Harden at least. Okay. Yeah, we should have plenty to get to the end of the forest here. I probably still need like 10. Hey, maybe not that many. Maybe I knock out a couple of Pokemon. Nice. I'll level up. Maybe I can get a little extra experience here. On the way out, there's one more trainer, and we'll have fought every single trainer in the forest, right? Catch me if I'm wrong, but I think we fought every trainer. One thing that definitely would have been helpful if Parasect had gotten the busted Leech Seed and Toxic combo, since they stacked. Yes, in Gen 1, the counter, like the turn counter for Toxic and Leech Seed kind of like use the same, I guess, like logic in the game. And that means that when Leech Seed stacks, it also stacks the counter for Toxic. And then they'll stack each other and they get ridiculously strong. Okay, let's go heal up. And I got to keep training for a little while longer still. I can check the... let me pause the timer real fast. I do want to check the Discord, because if... Coles did say he put a... let's see, is it in the general? Let's see. Oh, is this Mega Howlucha? I genuinely like that a lot. I think that's fun. See, that's what I like, Megas that just take the idea of the Pokemon, just ramp it up to the next notch. The thing, I think it was from Skyen, what's his name? TB Skyen, I think. Is that the username? Can never remember his username, but he makes great content about designs of different video game stuff, including Pokemon. But in his review of Mega Victory Bell, he mentioned it was more like a Gigamax or Dynamax form for Victory Bell, which is exactly, I think, what I had an issue with for Mega Victory Bell. It felt like not a Mega, but like kind of a joke, like you'd use for like a Gigantamax or something. Like Fat Pikachu, right? Like it's the kind of goofiness of that form, but it doesn't actually ramp up the kind of vibe that Victory Bell has to like being like a scary monster plant, right? I don't know. I was expecting, because we got silly Dragonite, like, you know, Dragonite with wings on its head, which I think is fine, because I think Dragonite can be a silly guy, But then we got another silly Mega right after it. I don't know. Unfortunately, I think Venusaur and Execute can use that combo in Gen 1 if you remember correctly. Are they only Venusaur and Execute? Yeah, that's unfortunate. That Toxic Leech Seed is just so good. Gonna be real, I'm not a big fan of bulking up the chest, but not the arms makes the proportions off. I don't know. I don't mind it. I didn't mind the proportions. Like, he does feel chunkier, but I feel like that's not a bad thing. I feel like he has more heft to him. And that's kind of fun for like a, you know, luchador type of like inspiration, the wrestler inspiration. All right, I'm going to try to fight Light Year's trainer because he's good experience. I think that we should be able to make this work. I missed a stun spore first 2 turns in a row. 3 turns in a row. There we go. My goodness. Oh, he just 2-shot anyway. Not even worth it. Yeah, level 13, absolutely no problem here. We can get that experience. We're not ready for Brock, though, so we're going to have to leave. Because we only have Scratch to deal damage. I'll just go ahead and go train. I'll just use a potion because I am low in health. Pretty sure more than 2 Pokemon learn Leech Seed, but all of the fully evolved Pokemon learn Toxic. I'm pretty sure the Victory Bell line doesn't in Gen 1. Oddish might, though. And maybe Tangela? But there's not a ton of grass types in Gen 1 either. Does anything that's not grass type learn Leech Seed in Gen 1? I don't think so, right? I think it's like a kind of a grass type exclusive thing. Do 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 do. No other grass types get Leech Seed? That's crazy. Really? Not even Oddish, huh? Yeah, that's wild. Do 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 do. That's a wild story, Yato. Don't make me lose my first place. I'm sure you'll get it back right away. You're a champ. Do 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 do. All right, we got to get to 18, and this is kind of the fastest way to do this. The Forest is the best source of experience. We fought all of the trainers except for Rival. The reason, I guess, to extrapolate more on the getting the Vaporeon team, because I did talk about how I wanted to make sure that happened. The reason I want that is because Cloyster is the one thing, if I am running a physical set, Cloyster is the one thing that can be a little annoying. Otherwise, like having like really strong, I mean, for a first stage, really strong attack, 70 base attack, and then full setup with Swords Dance, our Body Slam and Dig combo, like, will knock mostly everything out. And really will work quite well for us. And it means that we have to change our moveset less, we have to get less moves. So in the end, it works out pretty well for us. Yeah, I mean, the growth set is also nice, but if we don't have to fight Cloyster except for the one on Lorelei's team is the only one, it kind of makes it better. Vaporeon is bulky, but like can't do a ton. A lot of the time its moveset's actually quite terrible, especially in the battle after Giovanni, like on the way to the Elite Four on Route 22. That battle, his Vaporeon's awful. Like, it will just use like haze. And the Ninetales is not a huge concern because it only has Fire Spin, I believe. Maybe Ember, but much better than Flareon. And the Magneton is slower than Jolteon and will probably go down to a fully powered Dig anyway. So that's why I want the Vaporeon team. Do 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 do. And he was saying that somebody is wrong. Somebody at Game Freak is wrong for not giving more Pokemon Leech Seed, but giving everybody Toxic. That decision still boggles my mind. Why does everything learn Toxic? Yeah, so blue will have a Vaporeon, absolutely. Because Vaporeon's probably the least threat on his team. It has low defense, at least for a physical set. It doesn't have a ton of HP, so there's a chance it survives one hit. But it doesn't have the best ice moves, and water moves are no concern to us, really. So I think it's the best one for us to face. We could also beat the lab battle and then fight the rival on Route 22. That's what Scott's Thoughts did for his Paris run. I don't think that's necessarily the move because of Spearow. Spearow's a menace. Okay, I'm going to try to beat Brock at like 17. Scott was able to do it at 17. I think 18 is probably smarter, but it does take significant amount of time to get level ups at this point. So let's just go back, heal, get to 17. We'll try Brock. If it works, we'll just rock with 17. 18 would be significantly better, but like I said, it's going to take some time to get to that extra level. And we are trying to get Paris through the game as quickly as it can. Also from leaks, I heard Mega Barbarkle. I mean, I never cared much about that one. I know it's one of your favorites. I'm such a Gen 1er. Like, all of my favorite Pokemon I feel like are Gen 1ers. Gen 1. Jigglypuff learning Toxic is fair because it would be a toxic gamer, but Clefable, they're innocent, and at most I would see it being a unique move of a gamer Clefable who just smells bad. That's a wild take. I mean, yeah, is Toxic meant to be like being mean? Like makes you poisoned? Like how does Toxic like actually function to poison something? It's not like Poison Sting or other poison moves that like are actually injecting poison into the target, right? So like what is Toxic doing to cause poison? Tingler does have the worst moveset in Gen 1. It's terrible. Constrict to start, awful. And then it gets like the draining moves and I think Vine Whip, and that's it. Like kind of a terrible start. All right, there's 17. Like I said, 18 is significantly better. I think 17 makes it possible. And then we just can see how bad this is and see if 18 is really necessary. Let's find out. No, Toxic is actually just a glob of incredibly toxic poison. Is that it? Just a blob of poison just spawns? Kind of wild. All right, so we can knock out Geodude. It doesn't make any sense to try and paralyze the Geodude. It's really going to be hard to paralyze because Brock has 5 full heals per Pokemon. But once Geodude is... there we go. Once we can do this, we can actually get rid of his 5 for Onix, and those full heals from Geodude don't carry over. So he only has 5. And then we can just hope for Paras to disrupt Bide. Fully parad. Bind is actually exactly what we don't want to see. I mean, that's not terrible. Let's try it one more time. I think it makes more sense to fight him at 17 than go to 18 with that one. We do take a decent amount from Geodude. We could probably skip one more turn against Geodude, although he just missed tackle, so. Okay, I think that's 3. I think that's 4. I think that's 5. I think that he stays paralyzed here. Yep. Okay. Now we just watch for him to use Bide. We don't attack when he uses Bide. Bind, bad. Fully parried, okay. Tackle. Tackle. Yeah, I'm thinking that, okay, there's Bide. I'm thinking that 18 is going to be just the better option. I didn't want to do it, but I think 18 is better. That's why Executor is the uncontested best grass type in Gen 1. Psychic, Mega Drain, Explosion, and Leech Seed just wrecks the entire game. Executor is really good. Genuinely, in Kanto, Executor is really good. Because, like, it's pretty decent, like, it's bulky enough that it can take a hit. It's got great access to, like, I mean, Mega Drain, Psychic, and hypnosis or sleep powder. I think it gets both. Very good options. Like whether it's Gen 1, Gen 3, like it's just awesome. I love Executor. That's wild, Annie. Sometimes you're a wild one. All right, let's get to level 18. That should mean that we deal more damage to both of Brock's Pokemon. At least 1 more HP to Geodude. Hopefully also 1 HP more to Onix. That'd be best case scenario. Nice. Pidgeotto is very good experience. Except we missed a scratch. We're fine. Get us to level 18. Get me another level. Please. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Coals, Toxic and Leech Seed ramp together to deal massive damage. I guess the only downside to that is that you have to stall out the battle at least a couple of turns. So for these type of runs, we'll probably never really get to see that interaction. It's such a fun one though, because especially with Rest or Mega Drain or something like that to restore HP or just a lot of potions, you can really get some seriously good use out of it. The only thing you have to watch out for in online play is the rare Golbat running Leech Life. It's really good specifically for, yeah, like both Executor line and also any, for Gen 1, any of the poison and grass types, because it's also quite effective against them. So actually pretty dang good. All right, level 18. This should make Brock better. If this makes Brock significantly better, we're gonna have to run with this. The big difference between Scott's thoughts, like style of play, versus mine, I try to keep my like playthroughs on stream, which means I have like maybe 2, maybe 3 attempts on a, like if we get to reattempt some things, some runs, that would be kind of like the most runs we're gonna see, and that means you just can't really fully optimize like a lot of the runs like Scott does. Sometimes he does like over a dozen runs on a single Pokemon. Oops. Attacked into a bide. Ah! Stop. Oh my gosh. I definitely could have actually done a better job of that if I did not attack into a bide. But yeah, 18 definitely more consistent. So I think that's what we aim for. We are doing significantly more against Onix, which I really do like, because Onix can get a little dicey. Okay, Stun Spore, Bide, perfect. We can just stall him out with the Bide. There's the full heal. Full heal, that's 2, 3, 4, and that should be 5. That means he should stay paralyzed. Heal here. Bide, we have to use Stun Spore. If he gets paralyzed, it also ends his bide. Okay. Screech. Tackle. Scratch. Fully paralyzed. Nice. Critical hits. Scratch. And scratch. Okay. Yeah, 18. Better if we're just having only 2 runs. Because I think at 17, if you got lucky, it could be good. But I think if we try to force that, we're going to get stuck there for a while. But at last, we're past Brock, meaning we can actually get into the rest of the game. Finally, I'm going to lock that in. When you play Red, I always keep Leech Life just for Executor. It's really useful. Genuinely very useful. It would be useful if I could reteach Leech Life, because like that would be actually quite nice for the Champions team. Probably not going to stick on the learn set that long, honestly. I'm gonna actually Stun Spore the... we got poisoned. Fully parried though. Hey, we made it. That quad effective poison hurts a lot. We're so high level that we have to use 2 potions already at this point. Oh boy. I might actually want to fight the other guy. Oh no, you don't have poison sting. Okay, cool. Even Poison Sting, even though it's a very weak attack, scares us because quad weaknesses. Oh, and he's talking about the starters for Legends ZA are going to have new forms, like regional forms, and those are going to be the mega form, the ones to get mega, right? Is what you're saying. But they should also... would you like them to get megas for Johto forms and not get a regional form? Or get a regional form with a mega only for the regional form? That's a good question, I feel like, because I really like how they look in Johto. Plus, I guess Embor's there too. But okay, I think we just go for it here. There's nothing we can really learn in here. But we can get a little bit of experience. We want to do that. They said there won't be any regional forms. Oh, really? Oh, sorry. I was just trying to, like, talk about the regional forms thing. Annie, I know you were talking about the regional forms. I was probably putting words in your mouth a little bit with the, that you were claiming there would be. But I didn't know that they actually said there won't be any regional forms at all. Also, was there no abilities, or was that specifically like a Let's Go thing? I am not fully up to date on the announcements for the new Legends game. Okay, we're gonna avoid most of the people in here, I think, because it's just like tough experience for us across the board. Yeah, not great. Once we get at least like Leech Life, I'll feel a lot better about going into battle. I'm not allowing any items in battle, which is why I'm very cautious about some of these. The only water Pokemon I feel bad for in Gen 1, 2, 3 was poor Kingler. It got screwed over with poor special and very limited move pool, especially in red. Yeah. It unfortunately was very unlucky. Ah! Okay, disable no more. Please let me scratch you, Grimer. Excuse me, sir. Still disabled. There we go. My goodness. Hey, we got Leech Life. Okay. Now, Leech Life is not a very good move, but it will be useful specifically in the cases of Poison-type Pokemon. Oh, Smog does so much damage. Oh, I hate that. Hey, new racer, welcome back. Okay, I've got Lord Dome here. If there's no abilities in ZA, they're going to have to do some serious heavy lifting of the combat system. Yeah, I could see that. Like, they're going to need some to really make that feel good. Add special stuff for individual Pokemon. That would be nice. Wrap. Better than Poison Sting, but still. Get out of here. If Mega Mawile doesn't have huge power, then why the hell are you bringing back Megas? I mean, fair. I'm assuming they'll still have abilities. They would have to, though, if they're bringing in the, what is it called? Pokemon Champions? That, like, the online battle stadium thing. Yeah, Crabhammer is a fantastic move. Kingler does have access to, like, I think the coolest water move in Gen 1. Okay, so we could actually fight Misty now, which I think would actually be a good idea. Because we don't have a great matchup against Blue. Because he has Peck with that Spearow. So instead, I think we're going to fight here. And just try to get a little bit of experience and fight Misty as well. Give me my HP back. Good, sir. Leech Life. Leech Life. Okay. We also don't have a great matchup here. But this isn't as scary as Blue's battle. It's only one Goldeen, but it does have Peck. Oh, that's terrible. Whoo! That's a little spicy. That Peck hurts a lot, especially with the Leer. Who do you like more, Corfish or Krabby? Ooh, that's tough. I actually really do like Corfish. Krabby's adorable. Oh, that's a toss-up. I might have to say Corfish. I absolutely still love both Krabby and Kingler, though. Oh, critical hit, nice. Might be able to leech life here. There we go. Stun Sport. And then leech life. And then Starmie will just use tackle and X defends. So really nothing to worry about there. And super effective damage. Nice. Really no issue there. Misty is taken care of. Let's go ahead and heal. Now we have to fight Blue. Kingler does have swag. Crawdon is actually just a very good design in my opinion too. I just really like it. Hey Sean, welcome in. All right, let's save. All right, Blue's fight. So besides the really slow Brock fight, I'm feeling pretty good about this run. I mean, the Spearow is scary. Oh! Oh, a crit right off the bat. That hurts. All right, scratch twice. There we go. We can stun sport here to try to minimize that. Four sand attacks. Good sir, 5 sand attacks. Oh no, this is gonna be a slow end, isn't it? So many sand attacks. 6 sand attacks. Okay. And the Hyper Fang. Ooh, that's brutal. This blue fight is so bad for Paris. Isn't this J-Boy Mod's profile picture as well? Something similar, maybe. That's just like the trainer from Gen 1. So it's not really a very specific design. It's just colored to look like me. That was brutal. Stay alive, Perry. Stay alive. No. Oh, man. Okay. I mean, I could rare candy here or something. That doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. There's not really, I don't think a lot of that training will do either. Like, it's just kind of a bad matchup for us, right? Like, it's just kind of rough. Like, that's unfortunate. Just no peck from Spearow and no sand attack from... Oh, we don't even get a 2-hit without a stat drop. Oh! Okay. Failed the sand attack. All right. We're on the way back up. Nice. Oh. Oh, okay. We're still in this. Ah! Okay. Boost our stats. Yes! With the goofy music. What Pokemon has the best butt? I mean, it's gotta be for Alligator. Who is J-Boy Mods? He does a lot of handheld modding here on YouTube. He makes a lot of cool stuff. He works much more in the, at least from what I've seen, on physical, like, handhelds and consoles. Less actual gameplay, but super fascinating stuff. I love seeing old tech. Leech life. Give me all that health back. All right, now that we're past blue, I'm feeling a lot better. Because that blue fight does not make me very happy. It's a little bit rough. It's honestly worse than Misty, which is sad. Scratch is still better here than Leech Life. I mean, the Gen 6 sprite I think is definitely toned down from the Gen 3 one. I think it's supposed to be like, even in the Gen 3 sprite, it's supposed to be his like like his little spine spikes. But it definitely does not look like that. I like Futurama. Veggie's a bigger Futurama fan than I am, quite frankly. I never watched it much growing up. Just wasn't really like available to me. I didn't have a lot of cable shows that I was able to watch like growing up just because we didn't have TV sometimes. So like, you know. Got Charmander. Absolutely, we could get a name for Charmander. I believe we had somebody asking for a nickname earlier. Who was it? Who was asking to be an HM pal? Oh, Jay! That's right, we haven't gotten one for Jay in a while. Let's give Charmander Jay. Thank you, Coles, for having my back there. Jay, there we go. Do I have enough to make it past here? Maybe not. Let's find out. UNJ, New Racer. Coles, will you be fine if we gave Squirtle to New Racer today? For the donations? Or Brad? Maybe New Brad? Because Brad also donated. Both New Racer and Brad donated. I would like to give back to them if I can. Are you sure, New Racer? And Scratch. Okay. I can take this elixir. This is probably a bad idea. I was like, I kind of need more experience. Might be a bad idea. Oh, he has a Spearow. Yeah, very bad idea. Okay, gotta be more careful with that guy. I'm just gonna do Walk of Shame back to the Pokemon Center. I was like, he has an Ekans, right? No, that's the other guy. He has a Spearow, and that could have been bad. Give it to Brad. All right, Brad's gonna be our Squirtle today. Chad Brad the Squirtle. Yes, you are, Jay. Welcome to the team. All right, we could actually have a decent matchup against that Slowpoke as well, actually. All right, we can't use Seismic Toss, and we don't want to fight all the Geodudes anyway, so let's just go on to this guy. Oh, I should have used Leech Life against the Poison type. But we'll have Leech Life again here. Your Charmander, Jay. So glad Pidgeys don't. Ah, they have Sand Attack though. They don't have a Flying type move. They have Sand Attack. Curses. Okay. Curse my metal body. I wasn't fast enough. Okay. Yuno was saying Rapidash is the most underrated fire type in Gen 1. 105 speed and stab fire spin, enough said. Yeah, very good there. Fire spin is rough because it's only 70% accurate, whereas like stuff like Rap is like 85. Definitely unfortunate there. Brad's gonna be the turtle. Very exciting. All right, let's save here. I don't think this is a bad matchup for us, though. He can be a little scary sometimes, depending on the matchup. Not the Machop, but the matchup. But we do have Leech Life here. Whoa, yeah, we do great damage. Even if we go to sleep, not really concerned here. We did get confused, too. Kind of brutal, but whatever. All right, that gets us Dig. We're going to immediately teach that to Perry. Because we do actually want that the entire game, basically, for Paris. We don't get Earthquake or anything like that, but Dig is the same base power as Earthquake, so genuinely very, very good. All right. This is another rough spot. A lot of rough spots for Paris, unfortunately. Hey, the crit's nice. We don't get a lot of those because we're very slow. I think like the slowest speed stat of Gen 1 maybe? I'm not even sure actually. Does anybody have a slower speed stat than Paris? 25 base speed in Gen 1? I think that's it, right? Like that's gotta be the lowest. Do, 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 do. Dig. Feel the power. Okay. I am going to assume that we need not only our repels, but probably some extra heals. So I'm just going to grab some, because I just think that we are going to run into a lot of problems. Do I need rest? I don't think I do, but let's just grab it just to be safe. Better safe than sorry. Oh, it has acid. That's actually terrible for us. There we go. Spore? Absolutely in place of stun spore. Give us that spore. I didn't even get the rest TM. There we go. All right, and give me body slam. Give me body slam. Still, Rapidash is the second best mixed attacker in Gen 1, though, because you can just spam Fire Blast, and your high crit rate means you hit hard on both sides. Absolutely. That's why not Giovanni. Blaine is actually very scary. Is because he has actually some very good mixed attackers. Arcanine and Ninetales. Very good performers in mixed attacking. I should have saved because he has Ember. Okay, that's scary. I don't quite outspeed either. Where did we last save? Oh, pain. Oh, pain. Oh. Frick. That's awful. Rip. Paris. Oh, no. We're getting all the sand attacks now. Oh, come on, Paris. Come on, buddy. I'm going to potion. Here comes funny over 3-hour run. No. Once I have all my moves, I'll be having less issue than that. I promise. When we don't have our terrible matchups, we don't do horribly. I mean, it could be worse. All right, gotta go buy our items again. Buy the repels, buy some super potions. I'll just get 3 this time because maybe I was being overzealous with 5. Geodude has 20 base speed and Slowpoke is 15. Oh, okay, so there are some a little bit slower. This was still risky. And I don't think we're going to use rest actually whatsoever. Because I don't think that we have anything we can get rid of to actually teach rest. So I think we just rock and roll here and get body slam and go. Oh, fact of the day. Oh, yeah. So New Racer said Slowbro and Magikarp type. Oh, Magikarp is 15? Really? I didn't realize that. So they're the very slowest of Gen 1. All right. We can teach body slam again. In place of scratch. And then we're basically set up until the end of the game, except we're going to add Swords Dance at some point. All right, save here. There's a rare candy back there, which I would like to get. I don't outspeed. I somehow outspeed the Growlithe. I did not expect that. Spore. Yes, in place of Stun Spore. I mean, we don't even close to us. Oh, the burn! Oh, we still knock out! No way! Okay, that's cool. We have a full restore just for that purpose specifically. So if it doesn't crit, we're actually fine there. That's wild. No worries, nothing to be sorry about. It's all good. I don't mind apologizing. Okay. We don't outspeed here, actually. So, ouch, that hurts. We tank it, though. Sport, because we outspeed. I can get some health back, too, just for fun. And then body slam. And then we can dig against Eevee because we can't even pair it with Body Slam, so just use dig. Okay. 46 minutes in to beat the SS Sand. That's not great. That's not fantastic. But you know what? Level 17 Ponyta and it has an impossible Pokemon. Oh, level 7 is level 17 Ponyta. Yeah, you're not right. It might not even be available in the game, huh? Gonna heal. We can teach cut to J here for us. Cut that tree, J. And save. I don't think we actually really have to be too worried here. Kind of have an easy matchup. We have decent defense. We're over leveled slightly. That Mega Kick hit pretty hard. But he just flubs the battle as usual. Yeah, I really hate that. The one that bothered me a lot growing up was that Lance had the under-leveled Dragonites in Gen 2. That one really bothered me because I was like, there's got to be a secret of how I was able to make that happen. All right, this is going to be Chad Brad. Chad Brad. Thank you, Brad, for the donations. And we can dig back to Cerulean and heal up. You can't catch Ponyta until Burned Out Mansion at around level 34. Is that the first ones? Because it's not on the bike route in Gen 1, is it? Because I think in later gens, don't they put it over there? Or am I crazy? Okay, we can put the bicycle up here. Get on the bicycle, and we can just chop this tree and head off to Rock Tunnel. Accidentally take a screenshot with my Xbox controller. I mean, my Nintendo controller, obviously. Don't come after me, Nintendo. Let's see. So Leech Life here is actually very good. So we can just Leech Life all these guys. And there's no eggs in Gen 1, so it's annoying. Absolutely. It's on the bike route. Pretty sure, says Annie. It's only on Cinnabar Island? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's only on Cinnabar Island. Gen 1 did some weird things with availability of Pokemon. Alright, I will need a few more levels, pretty sure, for later in the game, but for this portion, I'm feeling pretty good, honestly, about it. But we're gonna have to do some serious training later. Because I want to be probably around level 70 at the end of the game. I can Leech Life here, I guess. Ooh, that's not the greatest damage. Dig probably does significantly more. Yeah, significantly. Maybe it's still worth healing, though. I don't know. He might be able to confuse us. Xbox controller. Don't tattle on me, Annie. They're going to come after me. They're going to shut off my Switch. Just kidding. I don't have a Switch 2. They can't do that. Oh, that sound clip, please. No reason for reasons. Is it sound clip your SC? Or is there something else that stands for? I don't even know what you're talking about because I am not paying attention to what is going on stream. I'm trying to figure out if we need to make any changes on our plans for Paris here. I think this should be easy. Cinnabar is the only place you can catch Ponyta, Ditto, and Magmar. Yeah, it's really unfair to see. Oop, I like the explosion first turn. Nice. Level 30. And self-destruct. Lovely. Just keep blowing up. Awesome. Very easy, actually, for that hiker. He's sometimes the problem. Not today. Dig makes it easy. Oh, screenshot. Really? That one I've never heard. I thought you were talking about a clip. Oh, I should use Leech Life. That's rude. Poison me by barely surviving. Alright, let's go to Pokemon Center. Oh, I could just put it to sleep. See, I have the opposite problem that Scott Stutz does. He frequently talks about in his runs that we don't have the outspeed here. Oh bother. Oh, we definitely don't have the outspeed here. Okay. But they don't use Ember all the time. I'm going to fight this guy. He's good experience. We'll have to do a little bit of additional training in the run. But actually not as much as I was expecting when I was planning the run. Alright, let's head over to Celadon City. Ah! I caught the guy! Well, I guess we're just gonna knock this guy out. His water guns really are not a problem. Hypnosis could be, just because he's gonna slow us down. Yeah, I don't really want to fight him next time. 2, 3, 4. So right about here, there's an elixir, and then one Mississippi right about here. This is a nugget. What happened in the screenshot, by the way? Did I do something silly? Don't even know. You know, saying not that you want to use Ditto, but if you want to use Magmar, you'll definitely be waiting a while. Yeah, I actually really like all of that. Well, not Jinx. I was gonna say all that trio. Not true. Do not care for Jinx, but Electabuzz and Magmar, super cool. Dig. I'm trying to just one-shot as much as I can, because our attack's actually pretty good, and I want that speed. I tend to not use sleep. Oh, I didn't even finish that thought earlier. Scott Sauce likes to overuse sleep. I tend to underuse sleep and stuff like that, and just try to knock out. And sometimes I'm a little silly. I do think it's worth grabbing all of the items here for Paris. Poor Paris might need the extra vitamins. I think we actually do get access to Double Edge. I don't think we use it, though. I don't think it makes sense to. Our HP is too low. A fire type only Nuzlocke. Oh! He survives Body Slam. Should have thought of that. Probably could Spore into Body Slam. Dig might actually knock out, though. Annie was saying a fire type only Nuzlocke in Kanto is the definition of ass. Oh yeah, your second to last encounter is in Gym 7 town, and the last one is in Victory Road. 2 are version exclusives. Yeah, that's rough. What am I doing here? I'm gonna go all the way down here. It's actually been a minute since I've done that puzzle. That was not saved on my muscle memory anymore. We've done a few really good runs, like Dragonite and Hitmonlee, where I've not had to even worry about that portion at all. Please tell me we healed in Celadon. I'm pretty sure we did. Okay. I get nervous. I made that mistake before, and then I teleport all the way back to Cerulean, and then I cry. All right, let's sell some stuff. What can we sell here? We don't need Bide. Don't need Bubble Beam. We don't need Thunderbolt. We don't need our nuggets, obviously. That's for money. We don't need Horn Drill or Double Edge or Razor Wind or this HP up. Probably worth selling. Yeah. Okay, and we can buy Super Pell. We're going to get 10. I don't think we need to go... Excuse me, ma'am. Okay. We do maybe need Mimic. I'm not really sure. And then let's go ahead and grab a couple of these. Might as well just grab all of them. Ah! Except we got 2 soda pops. I hate that. Oh well, whatever. I try to get 1 of each so I can just spam A through this menu. It's better. Ah! Because when you don't, it takes more time, and then she can walk away. You're not spamming A. Okay. Sell. We can't use any of these, unfortunately. I only needed 2 of them, I guess. Oops. Sell. Okay. Buy. All right. So I think that we want Carbos because we do want to try to maximize our speed. We can get 5 candies here. So I think I get 3 Carbos. Yeah. Let's go 3 Carbos and 2 proteins. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Carbos, Perry. get faster, and also get stronker. Stronk. Okay. Jinx can be the best Pokemon. I still won't use her. Facts. Absolute facts. I first met Jinx in the Ice Cave and ended up using her in the E4 over my starter. I regret it now, but that's because I brought a damn Scyther instead. I like Jinx. I mean, Jinx is not a bad offensive typing, but man, bad defensive typing and just horrible design. Okay, I do think we just go actually straight to Erica. Early Erica, for sure. But I think that actually this is a good chance to do so because we're going to be ditching Leech Life after Erica. Because we're going to be adding Swords Dance very soon to our set. And Leech Life is incredibly good for this gym specifically. Not really great for several of, like, you can use it for Koga, you can use it for Sabrina, but it's just not as good as Body Slam. As far as damage, it does give you health back, but if you can set up anyway, like, you can probably just have an easier time sweeping than trying to heal. And it doesn't heal that much either. Horrible design, you're literally playing Gen 1. Maybe I like horrible design, okay? But not Jinx. You know, it'll take less time, 16 times speed. That's crazy, Sean. Ain't gonna happen. I'm not that good. Okay. We only have 5 more Leech Lives. I'm probably gonna have to use an Ether or Elixir here. Oh, I Body Slammed. That's why. I shouldn't have used Leech Life on 1 HP, whatever. Slash? No, thank you. Slash is not going to be as good as Body Slam for what we need it for. So I should actually grab an Ether. Because I'm probably going to be able to use the Elixir on Route 25 for Route 25 immediately. Just use that so I don't have to backtrack to the Pokemon Center. But if I grab the extra Ether there, I can actually have enough uses of Leech Life to get through this gym without leaving to heal as well. Alright. Alright, Erica. I'm going to save just in case. Because she does have poison moves. So that's not my favorite thing, but I think I outspeed most of her Pokemon. Not Tangela, unfortunately. Body Slam still does more here, actually. Body Slam should be about a 3-hit. Oh, I don't outspeed. Okay. Oh, I just one-shot. I don't think I one-shot here, but we do outspeed, so we can just put to sleep. That actually works fine. Even though we take an acid, it actually... I mean, Paris is just over here taking acids left and right, but... man, that isn't terrible. Thursday's yellow solo run. I'm questioning reality now. It used to be Wednesdays. Work schedules for Veggie and stuff have switched around a couple times during the move. She now works on Wednesdays, so it should be Wednesdays. But this week we had the power go out yesterday, so I had to move it. Perry can powder cheese the game. Kind of. We're too slow, though. We just don't have enough speed. Okay, it's going to fail a mirror move, and then I can just Body Slam, I think. Oh, I can just 2-shot. That's crazy. Dig. And then dig. And then level up. Oh, I should have Sport. Oh no, I do knock out. Okay, I was like, I don't knock out here, but I do. I actually do. Okay. Where's that other PP up? I didn't use this on Dig. I should have. I don't even have any damage. Wow, that's crazy. Go Paris. Honestly, pretty good. Move that up here. Super repel. Doo-doo. I mean, there is some concern here. I don't think that we have a huge problem. Oh, we actually have speed? No, wait, we outspeed. I mean, we are pretty high level for this point in the game, but still, we outspeed. That's awesome. I will actually grab this HP up as well. And just use that real quick. Because maybe we'll survive on 1 HP and it'll be all worth it because we don't have a lot of HP. Do, 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 do. Based MT actually take acid if you're old enough. That's wild. I don't think I can recommend that. To be fair, I cannot recommend. I have never taken part myself. Okay. Dug a hole. I think I'm now just immune to... Oh no, only the Whoa. That's actually decent damage. Huh. I didn't expect that damage. Item. Look at all. Alright. Let me quickly super potion. And then regular potion. There we go. Okay. Team Rocket could be an issue because poison attacks, but acid isn't as fun as some people say. I mean, I think that's the experience of a lot of people, actually. It's not a great time for a lot of people. I don't recommend necessarily because who knows, right? Do we knock out with a super effective dig? We do. I can spore here just for good measure, and then I can body slam once to guarantee the knockout with dig. I think we also knock out, but Weezing is actually pretty defensive. Alright, there's the Poke Flute. With this power, we can now go to Bike Route. We actually are already the level we usually go to Safari Zone. And I'm actually going to probably... No, I think I can train a little bit out here. I was about to say that I'm going to not train. I don't think that's the right call. I think that we do train here because it's good experience, and the couple of Pokemon I'm scared of have low speed. All right, let's try this out. He is faster than me. Woo! Oh! Survived. Gee whiz, mister. You got a crazy Weezing. Jinx is better than Alakazam because of her better matchups and ice type. Yeah, offensively, very strong. Oop. Go to sleep, Weezing. I'd like to restore my HP for free. Thank you. Full HP. Dig should KO here against Coughing. And then we can Spore. Oop. Spore. Body Slam. And then... Oop. Double Body Slam. I guess triple Body Slam. Why not? Okay. And then I'm going to actually fight all of these fighting guys. Because they'll be decent experience for us. And they'll be very good. Although we actually have limited PP right now. Now that I'm realizing. Oh, we just two-shot here. That's not bad. There's our rare candy. Doing the math. I think I need to skip that guy and go to this guy. I don't know if I two-shot him. No, I do not. Oop. There you go, PP up. And this guy, we do actually have enough to fight the other guy I wanted to. I'm going to go back and fight him then. Well, we got a couple of extra trainers. Next time I will fight the other fighting guy. Up above. Level 39. Nice. And we can fight this guy. Was anyone ever crazy enough to use Delibird in Gen 2? Not me. New Racer apparently like, I like Delibird. I never actually really used it though. I thought it was a fun design, but I was never like actually inclined to actually make it work. I think I caught it once, saw its stats, and was like, nah, this isn't very good, is it? I think we just one shot anyway with dig. I don't think I need spore at all in this battle. Well, that's a crit, so I don't know. I wanted to check it out there. Well, might as well fight this guy too, because he's good experience too. Delibird has the base stats of a used mattress. Is crazy. Just use one body slam. Critical hit dig though, didn't even need it. Spore. Dig. Okay. One shot that too. Very nice. Paris is now level 40. We are definitely ahead of the curve, but that's what we need to do for Paris. Honestly, very good showing for a Pokemon that has such bad typing. I'm really just impressed. Super Repel and Bicycle. And we won't have any encounters in here. Very nicely. And we have Carbos there. We're going to get another one in Sylph in just a moment, as well as there is a full restore and a protein in here that we'll grab in just a moment. That'll be nice. Get some vitamins, make our Paris very buff. I need to use some of these vitamins though, because my bag is getting quite full. Oh, PPM, I can use that on Body Slam, sure. Carbos. Yeah, parry, and then I think that's everything we have, right? Okay, so let's go. Paris knows dig, okay. And we can fly now to Saffron and get ready for Sylph. Okay, I do think we want to get to level 45, maybe? Here? Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't really see a reason not to. So let's just go ahead and get a little bit more experience. You know, saying Delibird is pretty useless till I got Hustle, which makes it a decent physical attack. Till I got Hustle, and it makes it a pretty decent physical attacker. I don't love accuracy drops, so I've never really liked Hustle, but it does make it stronger. The Carbos and Rare Candy. All right, go down a couple floors. Let's fight him. I like to fight this guy if I can. Got a little scared. Hyper Fang. Knockout. Okay, do we outspeed? We do, so we should be able to just KO with Dig. Awesome. We can definitely KO with Coughing with Dig. And that gives us 41. That's Growth. I'll actually not use Growth in this run, because I don't want to be stuck using Mega Drain on stuff like Golbat, because we'd have to get rid of Body Slam in place for Mega Drain. And that kind of puts us in a rough spot against that matchup specifically. Dig. Boom. Okay. And then we can put this Muck to sleep and steal our health back with Leech Life. And Leech Life. There we go. Lovely. Full health. Okay. I need to use those vitamins again. Carbos. Calcium. Awesome. Okay. He's Cubone guy. We don't really want to fight him. We might as well fight this guy. He's good experience. And we outspeed everything on this, I believe. On this team. We should one-shot everything on this team, too. Should one-shot the Weezing. Let's find out. Yep. Awesome. Let's go get the card key. We can get that protein. Annie, that's wild. I think you're the only person that probably thought that. It's time for my weekly announcement that the Safari Zone Surf House looks like it has a transgender flag. Represent the, I don't know, would that character have a name, actually, in the Safari Zone? But he is representing the people's will out here, supporting trans rights. Okay, protein for Perry, healing item. Let's go open up the healing room. We got the American and Hungarian flags flying in the chat. I should have used Dig against that. Let's use Dig here. All right, now we have access to napping. Love it. We can toss the paralyze heal because we actually passed where you would typically need that. Hang on to the antidote just in case. Cool. I think we're good then. I'll grab this max potion. Let's get a couple more levels because I do want to be probably level 70 at the end, which means that we'll need like a couple additional levels. Oop, the confusion right off the bat is not very nice. Literally bat. Let's just go dig. Dig. He probably survives. He does, but we can leech life. Lovely. Okay. Might as well heal on the way back. All right, so we fought all of the like required people. I'm going to fight a couple extras to get that extra couple of levels, and then that should put us in a very good spot for Rival 5. I think we one-shot a Weezing at 29. We do. Nice. Go Paris. Good attack stat. Do 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 do. What were we asking about? About 1999? Oh, that's fascinating. The trans flag was made in 1999? I mean, maybe inspired, right? Maybe Pokemon fans. Someone saw that palette and they're like, that's beautiful. I'll take that. Man, we're just like slightly lower level than I would like to be. Let's go fight this guy. And actually, there's another psychic trainer here as well. Oh, hello. We missed. Leech life. Leech life. Give me my health back. All right, and then this guy. He also has psychic types. We can take advantage of that. Leech life. And leech life. And leech life. Use up all the leech lives because we're going to actually get rid of that here in a moment. And then I might as well fight the this guy that's blocking Source Dance. Do, 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 do. Oh, critical hit. Nice. Do, do, do. Dig should KO here. Nice. Got the TM. Let's just fight an extra guy to get to 45. I should have fought one more person on bike route. Is he not going to get us to 45? Not quite, huh? Oh! I wanted to check my stats, not dig out of there, but you know what? Whatever, we'll heal. Do 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 do. I've upset a lot of people right there. That's how it goes sometimes, I guess. People can choose to be upset, I suppose. Do 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 do. Knock out all these Zubats, and ooh, we outspeed the Eradicate. We're very over leveled, but still, it's kind of nice. All right, now that gets us access to blue, and we're level 45, which I think is what we want. We can now heal. We can drop our leech life in order to have some pretty sick setup here. Swords Dance in place of leech life. And is there anything else I needed to do here? Nope. Save. All right, here it goes. Do 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 do. All right, Spore. Swords Dance. Swords Dance. Swords Dance. And Body Slam. Dig? Oh, we didn't get the outspeed. I was hoping we'd get the outspeed. Okay, you actually have Ember, and you're going to use it, and it's going to KO us. Okay. Do we need to go beat Koga before we fight Rival? Do we need the speed boost? We might need the speed boost before we fight Rival. Swords Dance. Oop. Swords Dance. Swords Dance. I think we still lose this because we are going to get outsped. For sure. Yeah, definitely for sure now. from Ninetales. Yeah, we might need either one more level or Koga's badge. So maybe we have to get to 45 and go fight Koga? That feels bad, though. I could just rare candy. I could wait and use Swords Dance after Koga, but I don't think that's the answer either. Let's get to Koga. We might need to actually do this before Rival then. Ah! My body slime is disabled. How dare. Okay, because if we can get to Koga here, and then special drop, crazy. Although that gives us an attack boost. All right, we're 46 now for Koga. This also does give us the outspeed. Technically, didn't really need the super potions after all. It technically gives us outspeed on Sandslash at 46 and Magneton, but not Ninetales. What I want to see here, we do definitely outspeed this Venonat. So 45 we will easily as well. Swords Dance, Swords Dance, Swords Dance. We're insanely buffed now. We just Body Slam, Body Slam, and Body Slam. So at 45 we will outspeed all of those. He doesn't really know what to do here. That's a crit, so we definitely would one-shot with full setup with Body Slam. That gets us Toxic. Okay. I might as well get Strength while I'm here. We can toss Antidote now. I didn't actually need to even do that because he actually takes the item out of your inventory before giving you the new one. Chadbrag gets Surf and Strength. Save first, then rare candy. I could have also done that to test the speed, but what I really want is if we have the speed boost, I want to see if we outspeed Ninetales. That's what I actually really want to see. Although we might level up mid-battle, actually. Well, maybe not. I really want to see if we can get our speed high enough for Ninetales. Okay, now we can save here. It's obnoxious to have to go into Sylph, train, get all the way to blue, leave, go fight Koga, and then come back, but that kind of seems like it's going to be the best situation. Because now our speed... Oh yeah, look at our speed just skyrocket. We're going to outspeed his whole team. We don't even need to really dig against Magneton, but you know what? We're going to, because it makes us feel cool. Don't level up. Ah, right before Kadabra. Okay, it fails to recover, though. We would also outspeed Kadabra. In theory, we might also one-shot Vaporeon. We do. It has Aurora Beam, but that's kind of all it can really do that has any real threat, and not that bad, honestly, of a threat. Cool. That speed boost is awesome. So for those that don't know, in Gen 1, when you raise your stats, it'll reapply the badge boosts given by 4 of the badges for each of your individual stats minus HP. Those get reapplied when you incorrectly when you boost your stats, meaning all your stats go up when you raise your attack in this example. And that's why we outsped Ninetales there. Very useful. Fortune is suing the government. How about that? Oh yeah, about the like Child Safety Act or something like that. That's basically causing YouTube to put in like AI verification and like asking for like ID to watch YouTube and stuff like that. Wild stuff. Dig the right on. Rare 410W, 100%. Very rare 410W. Cool, yeah. Koga first makes the most sense there. We might be able to head over there at 44 and skip some of those like last battles. It doesn't make sense to fight Sabrina yet, quite frankly. So let's go to Blaine, I guess. That also doesn't feel that good, but you know, that might be just what we have to do. Do. The sad thing is, like, we're not going to have the outspeeds, I don't think, on any of Blaine's team at the level we're at. This might be a rare candy now situation. But that might be what we have to do, quite frankly. Calcium. Do I need the iron? I really don't need the iron. Let's go and toss the toxic. So let's not get the iron. Let's get the carbos. How close are we to leveling up, by the way? Pretty close, actually. Let's fight this guy. We should probably fought one other guy just to get the level. Sonic Boom! Oh no! It's only good in the early game. And secret key, final rare candy, and we can get out of here. And let's go to Blaine's gym. This feels scary. Because I think that we could easily be 49 here if we... yeah, if we knock out the Ponyta trainer, I think here actually is what we want to do. Had to think about that one for a sec, because I'm like, we don't have obviously a very good time in here. I think that we fight this guy, though. And that should give us a level up. We don't outspeed. Ah, fire spin! Maybe we don't fight the... We don't fight that guy. Maybe we fight this guy? Maybe this is better? No, outspeed and fire spin, please. Right? I know he has Ember, but... Okay, so they don't actually know that they should be using... Okay. Good information. He just maybe got lucky using fire spin. Oh, I did hear about Roblox. Yeah, it's absolutely a nightmare situation right now with basically trying to not be held accountable for the kind of behavior that is happening in there. And not going after pedophiles. Crazy. Absolutely crazy to defend that group. Yeah, I think that here we just go like... How many rare candies do we have? We have all 10 right now. My thought here is to go 4 rare candies, honestly. That gets us to 53. Let's see how that goes, because we have to get lucky here. There we go. Now we can snap out of confusion, right? Once we're all the way set up, we just barely outspeed. That means we don't outspeed the Rapidash. But it just missed a fire spin. And we don't outspeed the Arcanine. But with a couple more rare candies, we would. He just failed to take down anyway. I feel like we have to test that again. Maybe we go to 55. I don't feel like that's going to be reliable whatsoever for the next playthrough. Oh, we didn't use a Carbos. Oh, I can't use a Carbos now. No! Sad. Sad, sad, sad. Okay. Oh, elixir. Or candy. If we go up to 55, does that give us the outspeed against Blaine's team now? Okay, we got lucky. Good. 2, 3. Still no. We do get the outspeed against Ninetales. I mean, he doesn't have any AI, so he doesn't know what to do. We got another win there, though. So what would we need? We would need to go to 58. to guarantee the outspeed. That might not be a bad idea, honestly. Just to guarantee it. Oh, we can toss that again, because we can't use it. Sad. Yeah, let's just go 58. Let's just see. Because maybe we just use all the rare candies but one. Just right there. Xatu was always your favorite psychic Pokemon, says Yoon. In Gen 2, always used it over the other much better psychic mons in Gold and Silver. Yeah, honestly, I love Xatu. The extra badge boost might affect what we see here. I want to see without that, honestly. I'm going to lock this in. I'm going to lock this strategy in. We're going to save after this. We're going to go all the way to 58. We're going to lock this in. This will be, I think, the vibe we go for, because Blaine's going to be, I think, the worst thing we go up against. And we're toward the end of the game now, where I don't feel too bad using all of the rare candies at this point. If this guarantees... but I want to see without the extra badge boost. I want to see just with setup, like if it uses quick attack. Or something. I just want to check my stats. Annie, that's wild. Hey, Shining, welcome in. Okay, Flamethrower, survive? Oh, nope. No chance we do that. Okay. I'm trying to test if this is the level we need for this fight. There, quick attack. Okay. Sword stance. Sword stance. Sword stance. What are we at? 119. Exactly what we need. That's awesome. So 58 is what we need to guarantee this fight all the way through. Boom. Guaranteed. I mean, Arcanine can technically use Fire Blast there. Not Fire Blast, Reflect and then Fire Blast. Make us have a bad time, but you know. That's, I think, going to be our best chance at that fight. Just go all the way to 58. And that should kind of make the rest of this game a breeze. I mean, it's already been not too bad. We'll get Mimic in case I need it. Oh, I don't have enough space for it. I still have that dang Carbos. Okay. We might want Mimic because we can steal Hyper Beam for Lance, and Lance could be an issue. Okay. Okay, we don't outspeed here, but maybe she doesn't attack us, or we just get lucky with our accuracy later. And we just body slam. Ooh, we still get the outspeed on the Kadabra because it's the same speed as the Rapidash. That's actually perfect. Now we're actually very high level for Giovanni, which we love. We love to see. Oh, not Jay. Perry has Dig. All right, so let's see. If we go to Viridian here, I'm gonna adjust my seat a little. I need to get another office chair. This one's crap. My other one that I've used for a long time, the whole leather on the arms was like completely worn out because I've had it for years and years. So I did not bring it in the move, but now I'm using an old one that was just here. And now I really just need to go get one. We'll just use like one Swords Dance probably, and then Dig. Is that enough? Yeah, that's enough. Well, stats-wise, Paris isn't bad. It's just its speed is really bad, and HP is really bad. And its typing is really bad. Unfortunately, just not a very good Pokemon. But with setup, it's kind of great. Setup is just insanely overpowered in Gen 1. How close am I to... Not very close, but I will lose a badge boost in the middle of... I don't know how much it's going to matter to level up mid-battle here, because I think outspeed the... Rhydon. Let's test this out at 59. I feel like we're going to be pretty fast. Let's see. I don't think I spore here. I think I just go for the body slam. Oh, it doesn't go down. Maybe dig there then. Oh! That's some serious damage. I should have set up at some point. There's really just not a good place to set up here. Because I don't want to set up on really either of the first two mons, but I think I just have to. That will get me to the Rhydon, and I think we outspeed anyway. Yeah, so I should set up on probably Persian with Swords Dance, but really no major concerns there. Persian hurts a lot, but if we can put it to sleep and then maybe, we don't know, we probably won't outspeed. But maybe get lucky. I don't know. Once we're set up, really no issues at all, and we can knock out Persian in 2 hits even without setup if we have to. I think that's pretty fair. I always made Parasect work in red for a normal playthrough anyway. I don't know, even if you've been able to see it. I actually have a video about Parasect on the channel from months ago, where I took a Parasect and doubled all of its weaknesses again, so it had 8 times weaknesses. Oh my gosh, get poisoned right away. But that's a very fun video because even in that situation, Parasect still decent, despite all of that. We're fast enough, I think, to outspeed everything on this team. Do we one-shot Vaporeon with Body Slam? Oh, we crit! We would, though. We would one-shot it with Body Slam. All right, so I think this puts us kind of where we want to be for the end of the game. I don't have... Oh, I do have a full restore. Ha! There we go. What's my stats? Yeah, we're like far from a level up. So I could go into the league at 63, or we just go into 61 and just save the... That's probably smarter. Go in at 61 and just see if we need to use the rare candies at any point to avoid a mid-battle level up. Because when we level up mid-battle, we lose the badge boosts, those bonus badge boosts. So we want to avoid that since we really rely on those to outspeed stuff. Okay, save. And strength on Chadbrad here, and a super repel. Let's go. We do want that extra rare candy, so I'm not going to bike yet because I'm bad at the bike. Even Gen 1, it's not that bad. Just avoid poison and fire moves and you're fine, honestly. Yeah. I mean, I did mine as a solo Parasect with 8 times weaknesses, so you can't really avoid it. On a full team, though, it's a great addition, honestly. Like, it's not a bad mon at all, even with the 3 major weaknesses. All right, Chadbrad. The good thing about Gen 1 is that like the movesets are so limited that you can kind of predict when those moves are going to come out. Like poison moves and fire moves are so limited in what Pokemon can use them that like you'll have some heads up, which is nice. Like you won't just be running totally blind. I think if Parasect still had the poison weakness, like it would be awful. There's much better poison moves now and they're much more ubiquitous, like more Pokemon get them. So trying to avoid them is very tricky. All right, let's see if I am being overconfident about Paris going into the Elite Four, but I really don't think I am. I'm a little lower level than I wanted to be because we used earlier rare candies, but I think that Blaine is like one of the most problematic trainers. Like Lorelei might be a little like rough and like Lance maybe, but we could probably just take Hyper Beam and full setup Hyper Beam. I think we'll just sweep. Okay. We have 2 rare candies. Let's go ahead and move our full restore up to the top. We got our elixirs here. We got rare candies. Okay. I do have our Mimic, right? Okay, cool. Let's do this. It still has a poison weakness, just not 4 times. Yeah, the bug makes it not 4 times. If it was 4 times weak to poison is what I meant. In current gens, like, it would be a disaster. There's just so much more poison. Like, Gen 1, there's not a ton of poison. Like, even though there's a lot of poison types, there's not a lot of really, really powerful poison moves, if that makes sense. Do we outspeed? We definitely do. So we could actually just handle this Cloyster by just... Oh, we one-shot! That's awesome. He's going to Amnesia or Psychic, so we can use Dig to guarantee the one shot. Body Slam. And just Dig to maximize our damage against Lapras. Just make sure it goes down. Cool. Not a single point of damage against Lorelei. Don't even have to do that. And then there's this Hiker. Well, I did technically forget about Pidgeot and Wing Attack. I would definitely have to not switch in on that. Yeah, that's true. In Red, you have that issue. There's actually no flying types on the Rivals team in Yellow. Like, after a certain point. After Spearow disappears randomly and Fearow, it's not a concern anymore. Okay, we're maxed. Dig. And then we just Body Slam. Body Slam. Kind of overkill the setup for Hiker, but you know, I really want to KO those Onyxes. Okay. Elixir. Also, not a single point of damage. What'd be hilarious is if we can somehow get through all of this. Swords Dance. Swords Dance. Swords Dance. How fast can we get? Not quite fast enough, but you know, we'll take it. This is where not ditching Body Slam for Mega Drain is very nice. Ah! We still get the knockout. We got a level up there. Don't think it's going to matter too much. We just lost our outspeed on the Haunter. Oof. That Gengar, though. We finally got shut down a little bit there. We can still put it to sleep even with the substitute. Mega Drain, hilarious. Worst move choice you could have done. Dig. Dig. Okay. Oh, the Wing Attack. Hello. Yeah, maybe actually losing the stat boost before the Golbat, pretty bad. Yeah, okay, we're gonna need that rare candy. We're gonna need that rare candy. Because that level up is rough. Oh, Adrian, this is not Nuzlocke rules. No, it's a solo run. So we have to beat the entire game with one Pokemon. We are allowed to reset, though. It just counts against our time that we're taking. It's more of like a speed run. We want to get through the game as quickly as possible. Not necessarily like in one attempt. Yeah, much better when we don't level up because we get the outspeed on all these Pokemon. Very nice. No! Okay. That should one-shot? Okay. Yeah. Much better when we don't level up. We go by real time, yeah. How fast we can go based off of real time at 4 times game speed. Okay. Got one more elixir for the full restores. I think we're already healed. Let's go save. Yeah, okay, so let's see. If I can beat Lance without Mimic, I might not need it, frankly. Spore. Body Slam. Body Slam. I'm actually going to try to get the level up here. And then Spore the Dragonair to get more levels. Okay. Here's the question, is if this is enough to one-shot the Aerodactyl with Body Slam. I don't think it will be. Oh! Unfortunate. Unfortunate. This overlay is hella impressive, though. Thank you, Adrian. It's a bunch of really cringy HTML code that's like all a mess, but it looks great now that it's running. Okay, spore. Okay, and then we can set up to maximize our speed stat. Oh, okay, that's bad. I think that's just a reset, but maybe he misses a fly on Aerodactyl. So I really just want to know how much this does. It's not just the text he's speeding up. I think it's the overall emulation. Yeah, total, like everything in the emulator is sped up. Four times speed for the entire game. Just because it makes it so we can do 2 playthroughs in one stream. Okay. Body slam. Body slam. Body slam. Okay. And then we can set up on Dragonair very safely. Body slam. Okay. Don't crit us, please, Aerodactyl, and don't do anything crazy. I just want to see how much damage this... Oh my gosh! I want to see how much damage my body slam does. That gives me the information I need to know if I need to teach Mimic. Does it somehow read memory from the emulator? Yes, it's using a software... It's using a software called GameHook. The damage from Gyarados is like not great there. Okay, Dragon Rage we're fine, I think, with. But yeah, GameHook reads the active memory like of the game, the RAM, and then the software is then read by my HTML script, which then puts the text onto the screen with all the information about the game, the moves, the jet badges we have, everything. Game time. It's all pulled from there. The other way I've seen people do it, actually, is Porygon Delir, who is a fantastic Pokemon creator as well for Gen 1 stuff. Okay, don't KO, please. So that's just enough to KO as well. I just want to know if I need Hyper Beam. Trainer asked the Pokemon how many crits the Pokemon said. All the crits. Every crit. They're just getting every single crit. Well, we got one, finally. Spore setup. Ah! Go back to sleep. I still need to set up. Okay. I don't think that... I mean, we have 634 attack when we're fully set up. I don't think that's enough to one-shot when not very effective. Okay, finally. That's the information I needed. Thank you. I was pretty sure that was the case. Because in that case, what we got to do is this. We got to go... We do have to use Mimic for the next run. We have to teach Mimic over Dig. We have to save. We have to run this again here. I need Gyarados to not attack me. Oh, Dragon Rage is fine. We can Mimic. Hyper Beam. And then we can Body Slam. Body Slam. Probably Body Slam. We'll always knock out there the third time. We do have Hyper Beam in case. Spore. Swords Dance. Swords Dance. Swords Dance. And then Body Slam the Dragonairs because it's slightly more accurate and it's a guaranteed knockout. And then Aerodactyl has to use Wing Attack and not crit. I think Fly knocks us out. Yeah. No! If I level up, I don't think I still have an outspeed on... Yeah, we're not even close to outspeed on Gyarados. So if Gyarados hits a big attack like that, we just reset. Yeah, we would not have an outspeed for like 20 levels on Gyarados. So not worth even trying there. He has to miss a Hyper Beam or just go for Leer or something. Or Dragon Rage. Like, something not very good. Dragon Rage, fine. That's fine. Mimic. Hyper Beam. Body Slam. Body Slam. Para? Leer? That's fine. Actually, maybe not. That might mean Wing Attack knocks us out. We'll find out. We should still survive a wing attack, but I'm not sure now. Okay, body slam. Body slam. And then he used fly. It hits. That's a knockout. Ugh. Make sure you like and subscribe to see them all. Yeah, this is the first attempt. I was wondering how you're getting past the arrow. It's so strong. If it's wing attack, we're okay. It's not great, though. We're never going to outspeed it. We're never going to really survive a fly. We'll never survive a crit. Like, I don't think Paris has it in it to do any of that. Oh, I didn't actually want to do that. Okay. Actually, does it matter? It doesn't matter. I can set up here. And then I can just hyper beam. Because I outspeed. I don't need to set up on the Dragonair. I can set up there. Because I outspeed everything I need to, I think. Actually, do I outspeed the... Nope. We don't survive a fly at full health. That's crazy, our luck here. We might not actually outspeed the Dragonite. I think I'm wrong there, actually. I think I do need to set up on Mimic. Hyper Beam. Body Slam. Body Slam, there we go. And then Spore. Spore again. Swords Dance 3 times. This is crazy how difficult this is to get past just one Pokemon. Alright, Aerodactyl. Wing attack, please. Or miss a fly. Or crit a wing attack. I swear, how many wing attacks does he crit? I think he's only hit us with 1 wing attack. Maybe 2. That wasn't a crit. Everything else has been crits. Crazy. Hyper Beam. Body Slam. Body Slam. And Body Slam. Okay. Love to see that level up so many times. Fast asleep. Fast asleep. Fast asleep. Yep, okay. Body Slam. Body Slam. How many crits? Like, really? How many crits? That's insane. Yeah, I level up after beating Gyarados. If I use a rare candy, I can avoid that, but I think I'm more worried about the champion battle of a bad level up, so I'm just holding it just in case. Yeah, so Adrian, is there a certain time we're trying to beat, or is this the first attempt? This is the first attempt. There is a full tier list. We'll go over it as soon as I finish this run. That goes from, like, you know, through all the tiers. The range we're looking for this one goes from an hour and 15 to an hour and 30 for the next run. If we at least are under 2 hours, we're still not in the F tier. We're trying to avoid the F tier. The problem about the rare candy is it doesn't really solve anything, because we still get the level up. I mean, we won't get the level up, but we still need to set up, and we still need to not, we won't outspeed the Gyarados. It doesn't really change much of the battle. It just changes where we set up. Instead, I'm putting the Gyarados to sleep, and we're knocking it out before setting up. But, like, I feel like that's fine. We can Mimic. Hyper Beam. Body Slam. Body Slam. Body Slam. See, like, that's been guaranteed. Then we get the level up. Then we Spore. Then we set up. And we're in the same place as we would have been before. And we're not anywhere close to outspeeding the Aerodactyl. So it doesn't really change anything. The kicker is just like, we cannot survive a crit. There we go. That's crazy. So we do survive a Dragon Rage from Gyarados and a Wing Attack, probably, from Aerodactyl. It's close, though. There's the Hyper Beam. And we can Hyper Beam the Dragonite. And we're through! We did it! Does leveling up reset the stat boosts? Yeah. So if you go back and watch very carefully, you'll actually see on on the little Pokemon card the stats as they adjust. If we level up, we lose the stat boosts. Not the, like, Swords Dance, but we'll lose the other badge boosted stats. on level up. So our speed will go up, our special goes up when we set up, and then that goes away when we level up. So that's what we're trying to avoid. Okay. Actually, I should just, really quickly, I should just use that rare candy. Going 65. No reason not to. Makes things better for us. Arrow has a 25% chance to crit. I feel like we saw so many for having only a 25% chance to crit. Like, that's crazy. Okay, we're going to mimic Earthquake. And we're going to put you to sleep. We're going to set up all the way while you snooze. I don't think we outspeed Alakazam, but we're not terribly afraid of Alakazam. I think we one-shot easily with Earthquake now. Psychic's the strongest thing it can do. Not a huge concern. We can Spore here just to make sure it doesn't like get into any shenanigans, but I think we one-shot. We do one-shot. Oh! We're a speed tie? You gotta be kidding me. We're a speed tie and it hits 70% accurate. Oh. Okay, so if we somehow had gotten to use that Carbos, we would have actually solved this problem. But the fact that we lost a speed tie and got hit by 2 fire spins with only 70% accuracy. Brutal luck. Brutal luck. Okay, so that's there. Failed the Kinesis. Love that. Body Slam one-shot last time. Let's see. Yep, does. And we get the outspeed. Okay, there we go. Won the speed tie there. Earthquake, Earthquake, and then I think one Earthquake should KO the Vaporeon. Oh, stopped the timer a split second early there, but an hour 52:24. Not in the F tier. Even the first playthrough was sub 2 hours. Okay, that's not bad. Could be worse. Could be worse. Okay. All right. I think we solved, I think, most of the issues there. I think so. So I don't think there's any real reason to go for growth except you could beat Blaine at a lower level, but you just get more rare candies. We can still get just enough speed to beat Blaine. And then, like, it's great. Level 65 is the minimum that we could beat that with. Absolute minimum. We went into the league at 61. So let's do a quick breakdown of what we did and go over the tier list. Let's pop that tier list up here. Because that puts us right between Kabuto and Dratini in the D tier. Not very good. Not very good. But I think that we still may have a potential at C tier. Very low in C tier. But maybe we can get under an hour and a half. That would put us in C tier. So we're going to do one more playthrough here in a second. We don't do any nicknames, no funny business. I just lock in and try to speedrun this thing for the second run. Arrows of Pain, how are we going to get over it? There's not really much besides what we just did. If it crits, there's no reasonable level in which Paris has any chance of surviving. Maybe you leave in level 100, we might not with a crit, especially crit fly. As long as we get that set up, we eventually will not get crit by Aerodactyl. I think there's only fly and wing attack that Aerodactyl can use. So it's a 50-50 to get the move we want. And then we don't need a crit, which is only a 25% chance. It shouldn't be that bad. We got really unlucky there. But we have enough speed, and Hyper Beam is the solution for all of that. I could go into the league at 62 or 63. I could. I think that the unfortunate thing is needing the rare candy for Agatha. So I think I need to go into the Elite Four. Maybe I fight one trainer in Victory Road. Because I'm not going to be changing any of the trainers I fight after the rare candies. Because rare candies come right before Blaine. Then we fight Sabrina. Then we fight the required trainers in Giovanni's gym and then Giovanni himself. I don't think any of those should change. What could change is we could fight the water type trainer in Victory Road, and that will slightly change our experience, where I think that we will Oh, maybe we just go up a full level, actually. Maybe you're right. Maybe I fight that and maybe one other trainer to go all the way to 62. Because that will mean that we don't reset mid-battle against Lorelei. Hopefully that also fixes... We'll already be at least level 63 against Agatha. Or we just go to Power Plant and get an extra rare candy. That might be the best solution, honestly. Let's do Power Plant and get an extra rare candy this time. I think that's the solution, right? Then I have an extra rare candy to use against for Agatha, and then for Lance if I wanted to. Just to get a little bit more consistency. Might be worth. Got the end of the hall. Perfect timing for the first run. Yeah, Power Plant candy I think is worth. Okay, so to go over the strategy, Brock at level 18. 17 is possible, but for our limited attempts that we have, only 2 attempts, 18 is more consistent. It's worth going to 18 for Brock. We have to lose the lab battle. We have to we'd have to do Misty first. Might as well. She's easy. And Cerulean. After that, the gym leaders aren't a huge problem. Get as much training as we can. Go to Koga before Rival 5. Get to Koga around level 45. We'll be fine for Koga's fight. After that, Rival 5 and Giovanni are no problem in Sylph. Then we need to use Rare Candies to get to 58 and hold at least 2 back. And then Power Plant Candy for a third one. Sabrina was not a problem at all. I don't think we even took a point of damage. Giovanni was not great, but like with setup and like it doesn't seem like it would take more than one or two like resets maybe. It doesn't seem too bad at all. And then Rival was not a problem in Champion Fight or the Route 22. It's just not getting a level up in the middle of Agatha's fight to maintain our speed. And then same with Lance, making sure we level up at the right time there. Should be fine. Yeah, we got to outspeed Dugong for Lorelei, and we need to outspeed Cloyster because we need to put that thing to sleep because that thing is a bit of a menace if it hits an ice beam. We don't love that. Otherwise, we should have enough damage to knock everything out. All right, let's get into run number 2. So this will be the second run. No nicknames, no funny business. We're gonna try and get the best possible results for Paris. The goal here is under an hour and a half is the goal. Let's see if we can make it happen. So up select B to reset save data. All right, final run for Paris to get on the tier list. Maybe out of the D tier, we'll find out. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Going in. We're gonna lock in, get ready to rock and roll. Level 18 for Brock as fast as we can. Let's go. Because this was, I think, also a place where we lost a little bit of time because we were kind of trying to figure out when the best time to fight him was. Like, you know, if we could maybe try it at 17. We lost a few times. But if I can just get through here at like a decent level, then I think we might be in business. But hopefully we can actually lose this, which is funny to say. I hope we lose. We don't always lose this. Yeah, he has a potential to... Yep, he threw. All right, fine. We gotta get that loss because we need the Vaporeon team. Gotta go, New Racer. Have a wonderful night. All right, we definitely need the Vaporeon team because that is by far the easiest team. Cloyster has such high defense, I'm afraid that with full setup it might still survive, and then an Ice Beam could just immediately end the battle with either a freeze or just it does a lot of damage. We just don't want to deal with it. Alright, don't throw this time, Blue, please. Please defeat me. Okay, Tail Whip first turn is actually pretty good. One more tackle is all we need. No! We got the crit! Alright. Fine, come on. We just need you to beat me, Blue. kick my butt. I'm actually surprised how consistently Paris wins these. Because I did not think it'd be strong enough to like beat the Eevee. Eevee's actually a pretty tough lab battle. Because Pikachu has Thundershock, which makes it like a pretty decent starter. But a lot of the starters only start with like Tackle and Scratch and stuff like that, right? But Eevee has Stab on it and actually has decent stats compared to the starters. So, oh, it missed. Eevee, come on. Come on, buddy. You got to beat me. I know they did an update, Lorelei, to have water moves in yellow for fire types, so I don't think they changed the rest of her Mons much. No, but they did change her, what do you call it? The AI that she uses, the battle logic, slightly for yellow version. In red version, her Dugong is actually very bad. Like it can just like get you stuck in a loop, I believe. Healing loop where it can just rest over and over and be stuck using rest. And since Pokemon don't run out of PP on the opponent's teams, it can just heal forever. They changed that intentionally to like make it so. Are you just gonna tail whip every turn? Oh my gosh. I'm trying to lose, Blue. Can't you just like help me out here? I do want to lose, Fruitful, because I want the rival to have the Vaporeon team. And the way that yellow works is depending on what battles you win and lose at the beginning of the game, he'll pick a different team. They want it to be intentionally like a difficulty curve, where if you lose the lab battle, they give you the easiest rival team and then the hardest rival team if you beat him here and on Route 22. But we actually want the Vaporeon team specifically, so we have to lose here, or else we cannot have access to that team. He uses the Flareon team or the Jolteon team otherwise. Okay, come on. Just knock me out. No! Eevee! Come on, dude. You can do it. You just have to not miss a tackle or like, you know, just not completely throw. Okay. Her Dugong is quite scary in yellow now that it has Surf. Yeah, her Dugong is actually decent. You can still kind of play around it though, because you can kind of assume when it's going to go to sleep. If you can actually get it to do so, it does have better like, you know, the AI logic where if you are weak to ice or water moves, it'll actually just attack you more often than resting. Because that's just silly for it to rest on turn 2 if it can just knock you out. Oh, Eevee, once again, you had it if you just didn't use Tail Whip on the last turn. Oh my gosh. How difficult is this to just get Blue to use Tackle on the last turn? He can Tackle 4 times and knock us out. He could Tail Whip early and then get an easy knockout. We just need him to not Tail Whip so many times or just not Tail Whip on the last turn. That's all we need. And then we can finally start this playthrough. Maybe that gave us luck though. That floundering. We'll see. We only lost a split second anyway though. All right. Tail Whip first turn is great. 2 Tail Whips works too. Just go crazy now. Oh man. That's crazy that he's really just struggling to knock out a Paris. Luckily, like once we get past this is like going to be I think the worst part of the playthrough now that we've solved everything. Even Lance's Aerodactyl I think is easier to manipulate than this rival fight. My goodness. Give me 4 tackles in a row or a Tail Whip and a couple of tackles. That all works. I mean, just how bulky it is in Gen 1, and it can be a pain if you don't out-level it or have a bulky grass type. Yeah, the Dugong, absolutely. Come on, one more tackle. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Blue. Actually, I think we can knock out a level 3 Pidgey, because we're going to need the levels anyway. And we did want the potion. Excuse me. Pardon me. I'm going to have to heal because I do want to try to get some experience if I can along the way. I could also potion on the way back if I get some damage, but let's see. Pidgey, fight me. Level 4 Pidgey. That's a little scary. We have decent defense, though, so that works. Oh, potion. Alright, that was a little bit better. And here's the package. We needed like level 7 to like make the first battle actually work. Pidgey, level 3? Yes. Okay. I can kind of guess based on the stats when they first pop up before I can see the Pokemon. I don't have the UI to show the opponent's level because it's usually not important, but sometimes I can guess. Okay, let's heal. Get our items. Got the Mount Moon Cave playing a little early. Legit though, who says parcel? Isn't that like a British English thing? 8 of those, 2 antidotes, and a paralyzed heal. Use up all our money. And off we go. Teach me about throwing a Pokeball, man. Look at him fail to catch that Rattata. You goof. You failed. Don't you know you're supposed to weaken it first? Alright, give me some Metapods. Or some weak Caterpies. That works too. We're already level 6. We're a little higher level than we were the first time getting to the forest. I just need to get level 7-ish. And then we have a much better time against the Caterpies on the first opponent's team. Maybe it's a Canadian-British thing. Yeah, maybe also Canadian-English. That is true. You British, Annie. Hey, Cosmic is British, I believe, at least from the UK. I don't know where, but he at least gives the UK a good name. All right, now we can finally start fighting some trainers. Much faster than the first time. Now that I know the drill here. All right, I'm gonna try to just fight some extra wild Pokemon here. Maybe I can get a Pidgey, actually. That'd be great. Let me... Oh, potion. I mean, if he's the UK's head of PR, he has a lot to do. For example, the whole ID thing. Fair. I don't think we two-shot a Metapod. Ooh! Oh, we do two-shot a Metapod. Would you look at that? Oop, that was a funny routing. Pidgey, hello! Oh, that's the level 7 Pidgey. That's a really funny Pidgey. We don't get to catch that Pidgey very often. Alright, we got our Pidgey. We're already level 8. We're out of moves, but we can fix that real quick. We go back. Our Struggle deals a lot of damage in recoil. In Gen 1, Struggle deals half of the damage you deal back to yourself. And because of that, it's just really not worth using for Pokemon that have low HP like this. And the Irish may agree with you. Actually, I feel like doesn't like everybody in the UK just like have a thing against England? To be fair, the Brits kind of have a bad reputation, I feel like, even on their own island. Okay. The sand attack might be a problem, but we might be able to get the experience out of this. Yeah, it's decent experience if we can. I'm going to use a potion here, and then we can fight this guy. However, I don't know if we'll have enough to fight the last trainer, but let's find out. I might have to backtrack, which isn't the end of the world because I have the other trainer, the last at the beginning, that I could fight. Oh, decent. Okay, we can actually fight this last guy because I think we only need like 5. Okay. We have to skip all these battles now, though, in order to beat this other trainer. Ah. Don't switch. It's a solo run. We can only use Paris in battle. Okay, find a potion. Use a potion to be full health, and then this should be no problem. Because we have much more attack than this silly Caterpie. We have 1 extra scratch. I could probably fight 1 Pokemon if it pops up before we get to the Poké Center. Sweet, we'll take it. Okay. I need to be at least 13 to fight Light Year's Trainer really consistently, but I think I can just wait until even 15 if we wanted to, just to speed up that fight. Ooh. That Gust does a decent amount of damage. Also, surprisingly, when Brexit happened, Scotland had an opportunity to leave the UK, but they didn't do it. They didn't take it. I got jiggles. Getting some water here to keep my voice working for this playthrough. Since it'll be a slightly longer stream, but I really want to get Paris a good result. Because I think it actually has decent potential. Surprisingly, I didn't expect, like when I saw it, when we got it on the wheel before, I genuinely thought that it was just going to be just terrible. Like I thought it was going to be an F tier, like no hope, but maybe there is hope. Maybe there's hope there's a C tier finish in this guy's future. Maybe. We are only at 8 minutes so far, training for Brock. That's not terrible. Like, we're at what, 22 minutes to get to Brock last time? We're at level 12. Things are looking up, at least so far. Oh, I didn't even fight the other trainer. She's all the way down at the beginning, though. May or may not be worth backtracking all the way to get her. Because she doesn't have the best experience yield. But maybe after I use up the rest of my moves here and then I go back and heal, maybe it's worth a trek all the way down there to fight her really fast. Ooh, level 8 Pidgeys were decent experience. Oh, 2 sand attacks now. There we go. The first time I ever encountered Pokemon was channel surfing and coming across the Pokemon episode where Ash meets the girl who's trying to evolve her Paris into Parasect to make some antidote. Ooh, that's actually a really fun memory. So for Paris is actually very special to me. I always liked Paris a lot. I think he's a really cute little guy. He's very, very adorable. All right, I'm going to backtrack to... Oop, hello. I'll take the extra experience. Why not? I'm going to try and backtrack to that other last, but maybe I don't need to. We'll see if I can have enough PP left. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. We just gotta get as much experience as we can. Do 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 do. Hey, we got a stun spore. Now we're way over leveled. So this fight should be a piece of cake. Yeah, she's decent enough experience yield that it's still worth fighting her. Glaceon reminds me more of an Arctic fox than a cat. I think a lot of the evolutions are a little bit more fox than like cat or dog. Eevee's very much meant to be like a complete mix of cat, dog, fox. Like, it's just supposed to be a cute little mammal that's kind of, you can't put your finger on what it is. We got cycling. Did we just have cycling? Maybe a very similar song. If you always want an easy solo run, just use Starmie. The game plays itself at that point. Just press A to win. Absolutely. Starmie's actually on the wheel at the end of the playthroughs. You and I don't think you've been here before for the spin the wheel segment, but I have a wheel of 20 Pokemon that are options for the next week, decided by channel members. And Starmie's on that wheel, so there's like 1 in 20 chance that we play Starmie for the next one. It's very good in a playthrough. There's also a chance we play Jigglypuff, who's absolutely atrocious. I don't think we can get a Pidgey weak enough to knock out. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. We can't use Struggle now. We got Stun Spore. I'll go fight the Light Years trainer right now. Might as well. You can definitely take this guy on. No problem now. Ooh, the crit's not very nice, sir. And then we can Stun Spore the Sandshrew, just to make things a little bit better for us. Might not even matter. Doesn't even get parried, whatever. Nidoran. All the classic Pokemon music just is so nostalgic to me. A potion just in case. Jigglypuff just wants to be a star. Jigglypuff wants to do its best. Its stats, I mean, are so bad. So bad. I think it also starts with Sing only. Like, it's just rough. It's such a bad start. Starmie's so good. A Water Psychic type with Thunderbolt. Yeah, Water Psychic is an insanely good typing for Gen 1. Like, it's so good. And on top of that, having coverage, like, because I think it gets Ice Beam and Thunderbolt. Like, insane. Like, top tier performance. And it's fast too, right? Like, it's a really good speed and special. It's great. It's kind of the best case scenario. It probably has potential to hit our PP up tier, the very highest tier of our tier list. Hey, Pidgeotto! Fancy seeing you here. Except I'm gonna start missing like crazy. There we go. I'm gonna potion anyway, because in case we find another Pidgeotto or something, I don't want to be so low health that I can't fight it. Oh my gosh. Terrible. Can I get a... Yep. Caterpie, that should go down. Perfect. Alright, we gotta get to 18 still? Okay. You gotta be close to 16, Paris. You gotta be almost there. We might be able to get a few minutes off our start compared to last time. We're still got 8 minutes until where we were at for the first run. So that's a good start, I feel like. Fairyline is two-legged, but I won't sleep with them, though. It's more about a feeling wrong. They're too friend. Well, Wigglytuff is bulky, but its attacking stats are horrible, and its learn set is great, though. I like Wigglytuff. In these playthroughs, though, we don't evolve. We play each evolution separately. So Parasect gets its own run separate from Paris, and Wigglytuff gets a separate one from Jigglypuff. So that means Jigglypuff just is bad. The second Pidgeotto, by the way, super lucky. It's a 1% encounter. We got 2 of those. They're really good experience as well. Kind of a best case scenario to start. Okay, we got 18 more scratches. I might want to heal just in case we get another Pidgeotto, because like we've had really good luck so far. It's probably worth burning the potions. I didn't even need all the potions in the end because actually our mid game is really safe. We really don't have any concerns. Now we have Leech Life for most of the game to actually get decent heals from. So hopefully that will continue this time. I'll just not even worry about the super potions, which means I don't think we'll have to buy the extra drinks for the TMs in Celadon in order to sell them and then get the money for more vitamins. I think we can just buy the vitamins we want. We're almost to 17. I think maybe one more heal, and then we'll have enough to... There's 17. We might have enough to get to 18 in one, like, only using one heal. That's not bad at all. Come on, give me a weak one. Level 4. This should go down. Good. Ah! Caterpie, I can't knock you out. Even Jigglypuff is bulky. Its base HP is 90, but its offensive stats are even worse, and its defense stats are bad. Its special and defense are also very low. So it's got a lot of HP, but like can't really make good use out of it. It's really unfortunate, and it's slow too, I believe. So it's slow. It's frail except for HP, but it's also going to always take a hit in battle. So like, I feel like it's going to be definitely an F tier contender. Very bottom of the tier list contender. Give me to 18 as quickly as you can, please. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Making sure Veggie has not texted me or anything like that. She's out with her nieces and nephews right now because they were going to go check out Veggie's old Taekwondo place. Veggie used to do competitive Taekwondo. Yeah, so they're out checking that out. Very fun. Okay, so we need to get to that 18 for Brock, and we're almost there. We gotta be so close. I don't even want to like take the time to check because it just slows us down. Speaking of slowing us down, more cycling. We're getting a lot of cycling music, I feel like, right now. Oh, not the sand attack. There's 18. Okay, let's go. We were saying that 17 is possible. 18 is way more efficient, though, as far as the Brock battle. And it does mean that we lost like a minute or two on extra training, but also might mean that we save multiple resets at Brock. So, worthwhile trade-off as far as I can tell. Oh, and he missed the first tackle. Lovely, and we got a crit. 2 tackles missed? That's amazing luck. Amazing, amazing luck. Stun Spore. We're just going to spam Stun Spore until he... Oh, bind. Okay. We're going to use this while he's biting. Okay. So he's out of full heals. Just watch out for bide. He has 1 speed. Bind. Okay. I need to watch very carefully. Bide. We have to use Stun Spore. Bind. Okay. Fully paralyzed. And he goes down. Brock win, no resets, in about 3 minutes. Shaved off the Brock split alone. This means Veggie could beat most of Chet in hand-to-hand combat. Well, especially right now, it's 2 against 1. Alright, there's really no reason to use Stun Spore for most battles. So it's just kind of a spam A race for most of this. I mean, I think it makes sense to use it against Ekans just for wrap, preventing wrap. But that does allow him to use Poison Sting. So maybe... Oop, fully paired. There we go. Also cut speed. Okay. Played that badly, but it works. It works. We're still going. All right. I did say maybe it was worth fighting the guy with more bugs, but I think that this is still a little bit better. If you don't one-shot the bugs, it's technically better to still fight her, walk back, do that, and go this way, because he does slow you down a little bit because he has more Pokemon. Which is why I always take that route. And then the Jigglypuff trainer coming up is just inconsistent because of Sing. It can be a real problem. So it's usually just better to dodge her. Go around. We're about to get Leech Life. I think we get it right before the battle against the Super Nerd. So, or maybe in the battle against the Super Nerd, I think maybe is when we got it. Is it worth fighting anybody specific here to get a little bit more experience for blue? Because we were just slightly off. I think actually I might fight the lass over here with the grass types, because she won't do a lot against us, and she'll give us a little bit of experience. My goodness. So I might fight her, actually. Do epic music. There's Leech Life and Leech Life the Bellsprout. Awesome. So now we have a little bit more experience, and we have Leech Life going into the battle against Grimer that the Super Nerd has. Yeah, they have DVs instead of IVs for Generation 1. That's absolutely correct. So it's a 1 through 15 value. For my runs, they're always set to 15. Just for consistency. We don't use a randomly selected amount. My ROM here is set to give perfect DVs just for the best possible outcomes for each Pokemon. So that helps. I mean, it helps weak Pokemon especially, but it also just helps when one playthrough to the next feel the same. All right, you're gonna take away my scratch. I'm gonna have to Leech Life then. Okay. I think it's worth saving here because Team Rocket does have a potential to knock down. Hey, Clefairy. Maybe the speed. Yeah. So we will be the same exact stats. That's also why I do it, because I want the stats to be the exact same, so that when we're up against stuff like that, like very specific speed matchups, it's the same from playthrough to playthrough. It still does have some variation, because the other part of what determines your stat is stat experience in Generation 1, which is when you beat an opponent's Pokemon, you take all of their base stats, like their total base stats for each stat, and add them to your experience in that stat. So your stats, your stat experience increases a lot, like it goes into the thousands very quickly in a playthrough, and that will also determine what your like actual displayed stat is. And that can have some variation if you change the trainers you fight. And I do get myself in trouble sometimes because I try to get fancy with it and switch up the trainers I fight, and then it changes my stats, and then I end up in it with worse stats because I changed between runs. That's not great. Let's cut your speed. Whoa! Come on, Paris, you got this. No, Paris! First reset to the Goldeen. And all Pokemon Gen 1 and 2 had max stat. IVs are not used until Gen 3. Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay, we got through that one. That was not pretty. I'm just going to go back and heal. Okay, and with that, I think we're ready for Misty, although this should be a safe fight. I'll still save. Just because losing a bunch of progress actually just takes more time than saving. I think we just scratch, right? Because that's faster, and then we switch to just Stun Spore and then Leech Life and just cruise on through. There we go. Nice, and we're almost full health still. We could maybe go straight into the battle against Rival, quite frankly. And not even do a Poke Center stop. We do have a bad matchup here, so I'll just potion, save, go. Oh, okay, that's some chunky damage. Failed the growl though. That's useful for us. Give me health back. Awesome. Okay. Leech life. Stun spore. Leech life. Leech life. Oh, crit. Nice. And scratch to make sure we have the damage to knock out. Lovely. No resets against blue. 1 reset to Goldeen. No resets to blue. That's a good trade-off. Yeah, the stat experience, as Annie was saying, it's like EVs, except of Rattata giving, instead of Rattata giving 1 point because its best stat is speed, gives you a bit for all stats, but it still gives you the highest in speed. Yeah, it like helps a little bit. Every Pokemon helps a little bit in all stats, which is kind of fun. But there's also a lot more variation, and it's harder to get specific stats like higher than others, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's an insanely high cap for them, much higher than the EV cap. Yep, Gen 3 really introduced like the most of what people know of like for mechanics for Pokemon, except for obviously this physical special split was not until Gen 4. Hey Skypey, welcome in. Archer's hollering about something now. I wonder if that's Veggie coming home or something. Or just hearing the neighbors, because sometimes that's the case too. The word on the street is that Champions is removing EVs altogether. I think, don't they just have custom EV, like, where you can just set the EVs manually of whatever you want? I thought that's what was happening. But maybe they're taking it away. I'd be surprised if they did, though. Give me Charmander. No nickname for Charmander this run because we're going fast. Hey, Mr. G, Gen 1 Ironmon. No. This is a solo run. It's actually kind of similar, I guess. This is a solo run. So we're trying to beat Pokemon Yellow as quickly as possible with Paris. Today's Paris only. We'll try different Pokemon depending on the day. Avoid all these. And then we rank them on a like leaderboard at the end. Scratch. I want to save at least 2 leech lives for the last over here. Yeah, 3 and then 4 I think were the gens that had the most changes to like the Pokemon games and made them what they are today. In fact, there's actually some things from Generation 1 that have persisted throughout all the years. And some of those are things like the experience curves. We got a few more new ones over the years. Especially in Generation 3, they introduced a couple different ones. But, yeah, the experience curves and how damage is calculated based on what level you are. Because that does take into account not just your stats, but your level also affects how much damage you deal. That calculation set from Gen 1 has just persisted, even though it's not really a perfect way. Like, it's not totally a smooth curve. Like, certain levels give you more damage than others, which is what's called damage rounding. And it means that some levels are actually better for certain fights than others. Specifically, I try to aim for levels that end in 0, 3, 5, or 8, because those have better rounding than the levels in between. And that's just how it's always been since Gen 1. They set that standard in Gen 1 and they just didn't want to change it, I guess, and then it's been like that ever since. All right, give me Dig. We finally have Dig for Paris. Let's go. All right, I think we were like 46 minutes when we finished the SSN. I think we're going to be far ahead of that. This time we're only at 30 and a half minutes. Okay, this fight is not great, so I'm going to save. You can allocate the EVs, however, I don't think they have IVs. Oh, interesting. If you remove IVs, it's basically the same as everything being forced 31 IVs or for 0 IVs. People only run 31 IVs because if you don't, you're at a disadvantage because other people will. I have seen, like, for some Pokemon that run specifically low IVs, like an Alakazam that you don't want attack stat, because if you get confused, there's really no reason to have a high attack stat. It will just do more damage to yourself when confused and that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's pretty niche, like, for ever needing to actually modify your IVs. Mostly you just want maxed ones. Or hidden power, but hidden power is also not a thing in current gens, right? Okay, I'm not going to buy super potions this time. So we actually didn't even use all of our healing items last time. And I'm also not going to get that max potion because we don't need rest. Leech life and leech life. Okay, let's go ahead and teach body slam to Paris in place of scratch. Just turbo through all of those menus because I know exactly where each of those is going to land. All right, let's see. I would say the second biggest change is the introduction of fairy types as uni. That's actually fair. That's a big change. Spore, let's go. All right, survive. You're good. Ah, the burn. I think we still KO'd. Yep. We got burned on both runs right there. Like, that's crazy. That's some serious bad luck. No worries, Yato. If you need to sign off, have a wonderful night. Do. Spore. Body slam. Body slam. Luigi. What do you mean Luigi changes people? What is that even supposed to mean? Ah! Survived by just barely. Yeah, EVs, I do like that. The EVs can't be maxed out in all stats. Because stat experiences, you can max them all out the same. And obviously IVs are like that too. Will VGC just always have megas now? That's cool. We need cut. Or Charmander. And then cut that tree. We need to go heal. Oh, there we go. Save. Bite me. I don't think we even need to be full health. Yeah, physical special split is a huge one. And X speed, hilarious, body slam. Thunderbolts, let's go. I don't even need Thunderbolt, but thank you so much, kind sir. Yep, Swords Dance TM is in Silphco, and we usually want to get as much as we can out of Leech Life for this strategy before we teach that, because it's really not useful for a lot of our early battles, Swords Dance. Like, it's good, but really, like, once you hit, like, the mid to late game, you're really going to need it. But if you can get, like, Erica out of the way as quickly as possible, Dig will be just, you know, as good or better for the poison types. Let's see. So, like, that's just as good of a strategy from the mid game on. Okay, so this is, we don't need to save here because this is guaranteed knockouts with Leech Life. And he was calling the fairy types an overpowered mistake. I think that they're gonna have to kind of nerf the fairy type like they did the steel type a little bit, right? Like the type matchups, it lost some resistances over the years, didn't it? After its introduction in Gen 2. I wonder if the cat might be screaming, which might be why Archer's also mad, because he can hear her. Very possibly. Where's my repels? Repels. Okay. Do I not have any healing items? Because I... Oops. All right, there we go. Okay. Body slam. I should have put the Cubone to sleep, but you know what? I didn't think about it. Body slam. Dig. Should then KO. Awesome. Nice dig there. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Might as well Leech Life. once. And then Body Slam, and then... Oh, Body Slam again. Why not? It's nice that Leech Life actually does let us heal up, because that does mean... I guess use Leech Life against these two. Yeah, he's really mad about something. He must hear the cat. And hear the screaming and just be, like, upset. Because he's the type of dog that he gets really worried about everything. And, like, when he starts hearing sounds, he just, like, goes nutso mode. I do like that the Fairy type gave, like, certain Pokemon, like, more usage, like Wigglytuff. Oh, you got the self-destruct there. I needed to use a repel and I didn't. There we go. So I think that, like, giving it to older Pokemon is fun, but it's also very strong. So I can totally see where the complaint could be that it's just too strong. Gramble becoming a Fairy type was kind of odd to me. I think that there's, like, an actual reason for that. I believe. This guy might actually be a problem. Let's find out. Dig, because I think yep. If he uses Ember twice, we could technically have a bad time. He doesn't, though, thank goodness. I'm actually going to heal real fast, and then we're going to fight one extra trainer over here because he's really good experience. And it's probably not worth healing just for one trainer, but also he's really good experience. I don't know. It's probably silly, but... because I don't think he even has any poison... I guess he has poison gas, but he doesn't have any other poison moves, and he's very easy. Could have even actually fought that without healing. Whatever, I was being extra cautious. There we go. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Right about here. So Elixir, and then 1 Mississippi. Right there. Oops. Alright, we gotta heal here, and then we can do the Rocket Hideout. Fire types didn't really hinder dragons that much due to dragons always having good base stat totals. And stat distributions and wide move pools. Absolutely. Like, dragons, I feel like, didn't actually get affected by the Fairy type as much as, like... Hey, Reggie, thank you for this sticker. Did I miss the dig, by the way? Is that what happened? I feel like I missed dig. Tonight, Veggie? Of course. I'll always make you spin a charge of dip. Did you not get dinner, Veggie? Or did you just also want spinach artichoke dip because you love the dip? Wild Veggie has appeared. Oh, where am I going? I got distracted by Veggie being in the chat. Let's use Dig. I think Dig knocks out here. And Leech Life. Give me 1 HP back. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, because Snubbull and Gramble were known as the Fairy Pokemon. I don't remember why. I think there is a reason that they did that. Like, lore-wise, as far as, like, something about the inspiration for Snubbull and Gramble. But it always felt very weird. For a bit while Oh, did you come home? Is that what the barking was about? Fairy types' biggest contribution was giving poison types a reason to be on teams. Absolutely. And I like poison types, so I'm glad that they actually kind of became relevant again. All the nuggets, all the TMs I can't use. And this HP up. Okay. And now we can buy the propels. I'm just going to get 11. And I have some PP ups, but I can use them after I get... we do need the 2 Poké Dolls. Let's see. That's my money. I am going to need a couple of these, actually. Let's get that. Let's get that. And then let me get another freshwater. And then we can sell those. And I have enough money then to buy the stuff I want to buy. Did I sell everything else that I didn't need? Excellent. Buy. Okay. So we need 2 proteins. And, not calcium. Carbos. 3 carbos. Excellent. Okay. So let's see. Proteins. Carbos. And then PP up. For dig. And for dig. Okay. Awesome. Let's get out of here. Got everything I need. Let's go get Fly and head off to Pokemon Tower. No, wait. To Erica. Today, we're going to go to Erica first. All right, so let's fly to Celadon. Let's heal. And then we go fight Erica's gym. I'm 1 level lower, or like maybe a partial level lower. Shouldn't really be a concern. I think I caught a couple of extra trainers on the first playthrough that I didn't mean to. It just means that we might be a little lower level, but we kind of over-leveled before Koga, not realizing we had to go to him before we fought Rival 2 anyway. So not a huge concern. Ah! Gen 1 miss. It's out of my own husband. He goes, I don't ignore you, Veggie. I just can't read the chat while I'm playing on the second run very well. The sticker did catch my attention. Let me just arrow down to Leech Life and then I can go back. Got your black belt, looking for a new studio. Yeah. Oh, I saw you were grocery shopping. Did I just not comment on it, maybe? Maybe I did not. But yeah, Veggie has her black belt. Did they remember you? Like, we're the same staff there? Because I know the owner's the same. Of the Taekwondo studio? Dojo? What do you call them? I don't know these things. Yeah, this is the second run. Veggie's a plant fighting type? I guess that's true. I have only 2 leech lives, so I should use this ether on leech life right now. Which is why I brought that. And then I have the elixir if I need it for Sylph. No slash, because slash will actually bypass our setup. So crits in Gen 1 will ignore all stat changes and base the damage on your base stats. Which is good if you're, you know, obviously going against somebody that has a raised defense. Bad if you've set up your own attack stat, because it actually hinders you more than helps you. Yeah, Minnie probably just wants her dinner. Yeah, and Archer just hearing her. Probably. Ah, speed drop. That's unfortunate. That's really unlucky. And there we go. That's gonna hurt. Oh no, and we don't one shot. Oh, okay. And there it is. He's real upsetty spaghetti about it too, isn't he? Archer! Archer! Ah, not the crit bind. In Gen 1 also, if a multi-turn move like bind crits, it'll just crit for every... Okay, we didn't get the speed drop there. It'll crit for every use of it. Okay, there we go. Okay. Man, that wake up is really unfortunate. I didn't expect to have a couple of resets to Erica. We are 1 level lower, which does seem like it's affecting our damage. Wow, another crit bind. Unfortunate. Oh, super potion. You don't get to see that very often from Erica, do you? Okay. Now Spore. Acid is fine. Defense drop is not my favorite thing, but it does mean we get an attack boost. Ooh, extra health. Thank you very much. And now we have an easy outspeed here on Gloom, which means Gloom is no problem whatsoever. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's fly back to Celadon. We can heal, and I can get you a chat. Okay. Yeah. In the recent ultrasound, the baby did have his hands up. He's not a fan of the pictures. He hides his face, and it looks like he's ready to box. I'm going to heal real quick because we don't have any PP. Golduck and Psyduck should be water psychic type. Never knew they aren't. Yeah, they really should have been. But I feel like they were worried to be too strong. So we need a Spore here because Mirror Move. It would use a really powerful Body Slam back to us if I did not. We do outspeed here, so I can do that. I should probably be able to knock out anyway. I think my voice is starting to go. It's been a long stream. Okay. Spore. Spore. Body Slam. Body Slam. Dig probably just KOs here. Yep, okay. Awesome. Let's go. Okay, where's my super repels? Got a big hug from your sensei? Do they call them that in Taekwondo? Is there a name for your teacher in Taekwondo? I do not know these things. I never took Taekwondo. I did a little bit of karate and Kenpo, but not Taekwondo. That is an art that I am not capable of. It's much more difficult. Ah! Ah! Oh my gosh! There's the para. I don't love that, but we have a Paralyze Heal for that eventuality. Paralyze Heal. I might leech life just twice here, because that was unfortunate. Ah, we're parried again? Oh my gosh. Parafusion. And we Gen 1 missed? Oh, that's some terrible luck. Terrible, terrible. I don't have anything to deal with that either. That's unfortunate. We're just going to have to risk this Team Rocket fight, aren't we? Alright, this is going to be messy, but here we go. Okay. Maybe we can... We hit the dig. Maybe we can get Leech Life to work on our favor here. Not by much, I don't think. Nope. Okay, we just got to go for dig, I think, and just try to get the... Oh, hello. It shows up as a Haunter on the card. That's fun. I think that actually might just show the what the actual Pokemon would have been. Ooh. Actually. So when you get parried underground, you become invulnerable because the AI doesn't reset. So I'm going to spam that a little bit here, just because Paris deserves a win. And that actually is very nice. Wasn't planning on it. It helped us out a lot right there. Cool. Random Gen 1 glitch. Rears its head. I don't plan on those as strategies to actually like beat the game itself. But it is fun to have them appear every once in a while. If we didn't get parried from the Ghastly, we would have had an easy win anyway. But it gives us a good example of something fun. Okay, we can use the Super Repel here and the Poke Flute. Do, 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 do. I should have actually saved because, like, there is a chance that these go wrong, which isn't great. Like that. Okay. Immediately gets hit by a sludge. Oh my gosh. I think that's just bad luck. I don't think he knows to use sludge. There's only a 1 in 3 chance I think that he does that. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Crazy. Okay, I'm gonna use 2 leech lives to get my health back and then a dig. There we go. Very bad luck. Immediately gets knocked out. I probably shouldn't gamble with the Weezings not using sludge, though, when I don't have to. Should probably just spore them. And then get the KO with dig. Okay. I don't have my repel anymore here, but there we go. All right, I can fight more of these guys because I have my elixir if I need it. Body slam and then... Oh, actually, that's perfect. We can just body slam twice. I was like, body slam into a dig. We didn't even have to do that. Dig. Whoa, hello. Crit from Karate Chop is not my favorite thing. And knockout. Okay. You're getting a little low. Don't love that. I could probably get away with a few heals on something. Maybe this. It's not going to do much. Just to, like, get a little bit of health back. Just in case. There's the PB up. I can use that right away for body slam. Okay, so I can fight you, and then there's the guy at the end of the route here, as well as the guy on the other side of the water that can give us some health back, as well as some decent experience, and hopefully get us to 40, because that was where we were at last time. I think that should be very doable. Okay. While he's sleeping, I'm going to steal some health back. And then just knock everything else out. Only 53 minutes right now. I feel like we're way ahead of where we were at this point in the game before. I have no idea. You'd have to go back and check for me. I was not keeping track at this point, but that feels very good. Take a little health and then knock out the rest of the way with dig, and then I should be able to just one-shot this muck with dig. Awesome! We're level 40. Cool. Love it. Let's go to the Safari Zone. Away! Yep. Almost missed the tree. And let me in. Okay. I mean, we have to do Sylph still, so I can't really get a really good idea of, like, the expectation for the final time. But do you guys think it's even possible that we get, like, a C tier? It's kind of looking like it, right? Like, it's kind of looking really good. I don't think, like, B tier is ever possible, really, for Paris, because that start is atrocious. But could kind of mean that we can get some decent stuff done here. Yeah, makes more sense to go to Sylph first because we need Swords Dance anyway for Koga. I hate backtracking, but Koga should be much easier with Swords Dance than without. So even though it's a backtrack, it's worth doing it this way. All right, spore. Nope, double spore. Body slam, body slam. Leech life. All right, Carbos and rare candy. And this guy actually wasn't that bad. He's good experience. And he actually didn't totally wreck us. I thought he might be a problem, but actually seems to be just fine. I still have the elixir. Growth, no thank you. We're actually about to get... oh. The confusion is obnoxious. There we go. We're about to get Swords Dance, so I don't really need the other setup moves. I can use some of these vitamins right now, because I have a whole bunch of them now. And I can catch up with chat. Carbos. Awesome, okay. Cole said, fun fact, Barbarcle's Japanese name is Gaminodes? Oh, Game Nodes? Game Nodes is probably how you're supposed to say that. What's your favorite Gen 1 regional form or forms? Mine are Galarian Rapidash and Alolan Executor. I love Alolan Executor. I do like goofy guys. Which is why it's surprising that I did not love Alolan Executor. Not Alolan Executor. Mega Victory Bell. Totally different. Because that's a goofy guy. Not my favorite, though. I really wanted something, like, really, like, intimidating. Like, over the top scary for Victory Bell. Because, like, you know, the Flytrap plant, like, has some potential for some really, like, crazy, like, dark vibes. False Green was asking, so is there a specific reason you choose to do yellow instead of red or blue for this run? I find yellow much more satisfying in the late game. Red and blue have a couple of big problems with them as far as like game difficulty and game progression. And one of those issues is that the late game trainers, Blaine, Giovanni, and the Elite Four, are just much worse than they would be in like yellow or in future like iterations of Kanto, because their AI is bad and their like Pokemon just genuinely have issues that should not like exist. Like Blaine just having like unevolved like baby Pokemon. Whoa, that could have done some serious damage. All right, I'll leech life then. Give me some health back. But yeah, Blaine in yellow is actually quite good. Giovanni's much better than he is in red and blue. And then the Elite Four is actually pretty like intimidating. Lance is much better. Lorelai's a little bit better. So like those things make the end of the game way more satisfying. Plus I like the follower sprites, and that's kind of a part of yellow. I really like to add my own follower sprites of the Pokemon we're playing, like for example Paris. So there's a lot of reasons. Plus yellow is my favorite, my first Pokemon game and one of my favorites. He just always does yellow. There's a lot of reasons, Adrian. But yeah, basically I love yellow. It's where I started with the series and I absolutely love it. Not fairly similar. Perfect. Outspeed the Hypno. Lovely. So I wanted to be level 45 for Koga. We've defeated everybody here except... Oop, not blue. We do need to go get Swords Dance. And there is a trainer right here. And then we can go get Swords Dance and skip the other guy. I think Dig knocks out here. Yep, okay. So that gets us 44. We should be able to get one level in Koga's gym a little bit better than here, honestly. So I'm going to go ahead and dig out. And we're going to go to Koga. Actually, I'm going to heal here because I want to be able to dig back here if I dig, because we do need to come back for Sabrina anyway. Once I beat Koga, there's no reason to come back here. Oh, I didn't even teach Swords Dance. Swords Dance in place of Leech Life. Boom. Save. Let's go. I love Alolan Executor. It's just a goofy palm tree, so freaking tall. I absolutely love it. I really like when like Pokemon are just given like fun designs. I do love that. When they feel whimsical. Let's see. I'll heal up with this guy. Yeah, red and blue have a lot of moveset issues. Full screen, that's absolutely true. Oh, I don't want to actually heal here because I don't have leash life anymore, even though they're psychic types. But we get some easy knockouts. Let's go maybe 1 or 2 more trainers to get 45 because I don't want to reset in the middle of like level up in the middle of battle because I lose some of my defense stat and stuff like that. Not that it'll matter too much. Dodge the glare. Nice. Okay, now we're level 45. Let's go ahead and where's my protein? Hello. Skip the protein. Don't skip your protein. Save and Koga time. But being a dragon type is random though for Alolan Executor. Absolutely, it feels very random. And he's saying, I'm not even saying, oh, you can't make it Executor Dragon type. I'm saying if you make Executor Dragon type, make it actually have dragon-like traits. Very fair. Oh yeah, we one-shot. Look at that. Nice. Koga down 5 badges in about an hour. Let's go get Strength and Surf while we're here. Most annoying city design ever. Who approved this? There you go. Surf for Squirtle and also Strength for Squirtle. Just so Dig and Strength aren't the same Pokemon ever, because sometimes Charmander has Dig. That way it's just consistent. Okay. I think we went to Blaine next, right? Yeah. Oh no, we didn't go to Blaine. Well, I'll still, at this point, get down here. I skipped Rival 5 entirely. My bad. Let's heal. Let's go to Rival 5. I almost completely moved on. I was like, Blaine, nope. Blue wants to come kick our butt a little bit, but hopefully not an issue. Let's not give him a chance to kick our butt. Let's go. Oop. You thought it was some mythical connection to like dragons in Hawaiian lore? I mean, that'd be pretty cool if that was the case. I have no idea if that's the case with Alolan Executor. I did not keep my badge boosts. Yep. Okay, now save again. Oh, did I disconnect for a second? Are we all good? Did the stream do something weird? Let me know. Yeah, I think a more draconic design could have both been really cool and made for a more reasonable expectation of why it was dragon type in the first place. It does get a good physical dragon move. That is really nice. Okay. I think I'm very over leveled now, so I can just literally one-shot all of these. They gave him a typing it didn't deserve and called it a day. Very fair. Sometimes they make like game design decisions that don't align with like the actual like Pokemon design choices, and that is a little frustrating. I'm just gonna go with 2 Swords Dances because he woke up. Archer's barking about something else now. Who knows? That sounds like it might be the neighbors he's barking at now. He's a wild one. He likes to bark. I don't know what's up with him. It definitely, he's intended as a comedic mon. That is very true. Okay, so we now can actually go to Cinnabar. And we need to get to 49, I believe, because how many? We're going to have 10 rare candies. We need to save 2 back so we can use 8. And we can go to 50. We want to go to 58. So actually we need to be... Oh, I need to use a super repel. Oh, no, not this floor. What am I doing? This floor. This is where the vitamins are. Boom, calcium. And I'm all turned around now for some reason. I'm going to grab the iron just because, like, maybe that helps with the Aerodactyl. Who knows? I can't even use the Carbos again. We're slightly overtrained. That's unfortunate. We could have gotten an extra protein. No, not even. We would have had to just pick something else. Oh. Super repel. Okay. Well, I guess, no, we used 9 rare candies, didn't we? We used rare candies to get to 58, and we only had 1 left over. Okay, that actually makes more sense then. Now I'm thinking about it. Because I'm like, how did we get an extra, like, full level that I'm missing here? Because, like, we're... Oh! Ah! That's why I don't like to use dig. I mean, I like to use dig on my main mon. I'm so bad at that. Gotta go back through here. Back around here. Back over here. Ah! Tears. That's such a terrible, terrible mistake. We were so close to the end. I should have just looked at my stat page after I did that. Devastating. Okay, let's see. Pokemon Paris stats. Yeah, we have a kind of a lot. So we got to fly back to Cinnabar, and we're gonna have to fight a couple of trainers. So let's fight this guy and the next guy. Because they should have the slightly slower and weaker Pokemon, which aren't as good for... Oop! That's rough, because when was our last save? Oh! Oh, I didn't think that guy had a Ninetales. Oh, no. Oh, that's so sad. I'm devastated. The surprise Ninetales ruined our life. That's Paris for you. Luckily, this is all figured out already. Devastating. Are you winning, son? We just had a reset that cost us like a ridiculous amount of time. And that's devastating. Devastation to reach all nations. Alright, I'm going to save real quick. I'm going to go get Archer sorted out real fast. I'll be right back. And then we'll continue. Okay, Archer's got his dinner and stuff, and then Lily wanted to come join us. I'm back, though. I'm back. Okay. Oh, such a disappointing reset, though, on that last one. That's so sad. Oh. Save often. Morrowind is a dangerous place. Indeed, Kanto is a dangerous place for Paris. Literally everything can just be an immediate reset, huh? Oof. If that costs us... I don't think it will. I don't think it will cost us the C tier, but if it does, that's so sad. Okay. And now, okay. We're gonna have to heal. We're gonna go get one level. Preferably not in the... I'm just gonna buy a max repel as well, because we're going to run out. Yeah. Oh, wait, I haven't done any of this, right? So I need to go get the vitamins again. Calcium. Dragalgy is a straight up dragon, says Annie. But Yoon does not see it. Interesting. Let's go ahead and use these vitamins right now. Okay, cool. Save. Let's do some battles. I'm going to not fight in Blaine's gym this time. We're going to fight these guys who are actually pretty good stat experience, like experience yield. So worth fighting. Not usually my first choice, but in this situation, definitely better for Paris than the other options. Okay. Dig on Electrode. Light Screen doesn't actually persist between Pokemon. So once Electrode goes down, it's just over. Okay, that actually was decent. We already used our vitamins, so we can just go ahead and continue on. I can use one more Super Repel. Oh, I actually... because I reset, I actually didn't use my repels. I didn't have to do that. Oh, well. Okay. So we have 18 minutes or so to get all the way through the rest of the game. I think it's very possible because we actually are kind of done training for the most part. Yeah, we're full health. Let's go ahead and get to Blaine. Just Safari Zone happy music. I love that. Gives good vibes for this very tough battle. Hey, Tombstoner bro, how you doing? Repels reset when you reset anyway. That's very true. Okay, let's see. Where's my rare candies? Okay, we're going to use 9 of them all the way up to 58. And that should give us exactly what we need to make this all work. Hopefully. Maybe the Voltorbs and the Electrodes that we fought, the extra ones, gave us a little bit more stat experience. That'd be nice. For speed. Oh, okay. There you go. Swords Dance, Swords Dance, Swords Dance. Okay. Spore. Love that. Okay. We are just fast enough. So I should actually just Spore here, so he doesn't use Reflect. There we go. Easy Blaine in that case. Very easy. And now we can just dig. And we can go straight onto Sabrina. And Giovanni. I think we need to add a couple of battles in Victory Road like we were talking about. I need to throw away an item. Oop. Toss it. And there we go. Okay. Now on to Sabrina. Okay, save. Okay, this does take a little bit of luck. Not even leave for it yet. Shaking my head. I think it's a lot better than the first one, even with the big goof. If I boost all the way up, I'm actually fast enough to outspeed this and the Kadabra. And then Alakazam can't do a ton on its own, because we just one-shot it. Okay. Cool. Giovanni now. Very much still within the realms of a C tier, which is lovely. Let's go ahead and heal just in case we took a little bit of damage. Then we have a couple of heals still, but like we might need to heal again before Giovanni. Okay. If we can manage to not take any damage, then we don't have to heal at all. Let's see if we can do that. So I think if I Spore here and then Swords Dance once, probably only, I can Body Slam everything here. And then we can go to Giovanni. Based on last time, we only level up right before the Rhydon, which isn't actually that bad. Could be much worse. So we're going to go ahead and save. We don't need Mimic or anything here. Okay, so this should be not obviously like free. Ooh, missed a fissure. That can actually hit us. No, we're a higher level. I think it still can hit us though. Yeah, let's Spore here. Swords Dance, Swords Dance, and Swords Dance. Body Slam. Missed the Body Slam. Come on, get lucky now. It's setting up its there we go. It's evasion. I think Body Slam might KO here, but Dig definitely does. And it can't hit us with Earthquake when we're underground anyway. And Dig one more time on Rhydon. Easy. Okay. Okay, so for the last thing, let's actually... We were going to run over to Power Plant. For the last... Oh, where am I going? Bicycle, and I should get used to doing it this way. I got to train myself to go this way for the Power Plant. I don't do it very often, so I'm very out of practice. There we go. Do that, and then surf, and then go. Because this makes more sense to do than to fight additional trainers, because we'll actually need several just to get one level. And instead, we can go all the way back here and pack up one extra rare candy. And then we heal and go to Ooplu. That's not too shabby. Let's go. I don't expect any real issue when it comes to the Elite Four, outside of maybe Agatha and Lance, which are not the worst in the world, as long as we are 63 for Agatha. Swords Dance. Oh. All right, fine. We just cruise now. 2 setup instead of 3. But we're just gonna go. We have just enough speed. We have enough speed for... We don't have enough speed for Kadabra. Special drop, though. Ah, and then a level up. Dig should probably still... Oh, crit! Body Slam still does the job. Okay. You want an a-hole rival again? They are kind of fun when they're just there to, like, bully you. It's kind of a fun time. Like, it's a good vibe. Silver's kind of that way, too. I really think Silver's, like, the best, like, archetype for what a rival should be. Blue is, like, so iconic for just being awful. But I don't think every rival can just completely be awful and still, like, have a good narrative purpose. But I really like Silver going, like, through kind of a character arc in a way, and not just starting off as, like, you know, just exactly the same, like, copy paste as the main character. Ah! I gotta be careful on that corner too. There we go. I mean, it's hard because, like, you can't just redo the same exact plot line, but that in particular was such a good, like, rival story that it's just hard to compare to, right? Like can get down the next one. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Ah! The bike is hard to control in Victory Road. Okay. I'm getting nervous because we only got 10 minutes. And we definitely don't have the easiest Elite Four in the world, but I think we can still make this work. Without the big goof, I think we would have saved another like 3 to 5 minutes. I don't even know how long that was. That was a terrible loss of time, but also it's kind of telling to how it is like doing one of these with a Paris, because like one wrong move and you just basically have a guaranteed reset almost. That Annie was saying, but at the same time, if we had someone like Silver at the same time as Demona, legendary. Like, imagine if for the first half of the story, Arvin was a complete piece of garbage, pretty much forcing you to help him with his dog since he's overcome with grief. I think that, like, even for, like, Silver, they went so hard, they, like, he's a straight-up criminal, right? Like, he's very hateable because it's like, of course, he's terrible, right? That's, like, the point, I think. Let me double check I have my Mimic TM. I do? Okay. Let's go! But as you help him over time, he softens up, and at the end, your best buds. I like that progression of, like, becoming, like, more friends with your rival. Not, like, starting as friends, necessarily, or even, like having, like, a mentor, necessarily. Oh, that actually worked, too. We outspeed the Jinx. I think we did last time, too, but that's really funny that we can. With a 25 base speed, we can outspeed Jinx. Just with a little bit of setup. Alright, Hiker. Like looping around with Team Star being bullied kids with Arvin being a bully to you. See, that would be pretty good, I think. That would be pretty good. We're just going to go all the way because Onyx is a bit bulky. And then Body Slam the Hitmons. Their special is awful, but we just don't really... I mean, like, we have the Mega Drain that we could use. We don't really have a good reason to... Oop, there's a crit. We don't really have a good reason to try to go special on this set. It's just so reliable as just a physical attacker. Like, it's really just not bad. Game Freak hire me? I would, in a heartbeat. Spore, Swords Dance, Swords Dance, Swords Dance, Dig, Mega Drain, hilarious, Dig, Body Slam, get out of here. We outspeed the Haunter, hit Dig, Dig again on, oh, that's fine because I think we got a free knockout on Gengar. That's awesome. Thank you, Agatha, for making that painless. Awesome. No resets on Agatha. Literally could not have been better. I'll just go ahead and use a rare candy here, just to guarantee our level up on Gyarados. Like, we don't level up on Gyarados. Dragon Rage is fine. We can set up here now. Oh, I didn't teach... Ah, my bad. I won't count that against Paris, but I did not teach Mimic. We need Mimic for this fight. In the place of Dig. Save. Now we can go into this fight, because we need Hyper Beam. It's the only way we knock out the Aerodactyl in one shot. That's an even better start for us. Look at that. And once we stack this up, we can get free Spores. And then we can Mimic, Hyper Beam, and then we can Body Slam. Nice. We could also Hyper Beam there, but Body Slam is even better if we can get away with that. It's a little more accurate. Wing Attack, exactly. Oh, we missed our Hyper Beam. Oh, we missed the Hyper Beam. We got the exact, like, series of events we needed. The exact thing. But man. And we just can't. Well, maybe. I mean, we might have been able to survive a wing attack, but it would have been a roll. I'm just resetting for speed. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So here we're gonna mimic first. Hyper beam. Body slam KO'd the first time, so it should again this time. Now body slam, body slam. Okay, we survive, and that means we should be able to knock out the Dragonite. Awesome. I guess 2 resets. I was about to say 1 reset. 2 resets to Lance. Honestly, not bad whatsoever. Can just rare candy again to get the level we need. Save. All right, let's go. You've heard of its peak. Get ready for the sequel. It's bleak. Okay. Let's see. Swords Dance. Swords Dance. Swords Dance. We have an exact speed tie again with Ninetales. Side beam. Oh, it was a crit. That's crazy. I did not mimic Earthquake because I was in a hurry. Okay. Paris, please. Come on, Paris. Swords Dance. Swords Dance. Swords Dance. Spore. Mimic. Earthquake. There we go. Earthquake. Guaranteed knockouts with Earthquake. Kinesis is rough, but we get the outspeed now. On Ninetales. Yeah, we do. Okay. I'm not even mad about that. That's fine. A Screech. Yes. Level 66 defeated blue. There it is. 127-16. We made it. We made it. The Kinesis gave us the outspeed. It worked. An hour and 27 minutes, 16 seconds for Paris. Only in yellow version. That's awesome. That's not a bad result whatsoever. I'm pretty happy with that. So that's real time of 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 16 seconds. Game time of 5 hours, 8 minutes. And a reset count of 11. 11 resets. Yeah, not perfect. And we had a pretty big drop in time, but new racer has D tier. That's C tier. Barely C tier. Not bad, honestly. It's right between Aerodactyl and Pidgeotto in the C tier for 1 hour, 27 minutes, 16 seconds. Pretty high game time, but that's just how this goes when you have to do a lot of prep training and kind of long battles with setup. But you know what? I'm happy with Paris getting in the C tier. That's pretty dang good. Better than Pidgeotto's depressing. Setup moves. Setup moves and sleep with Spore. I refuse to believe this is better than Magnemite. It is better than Magnemite. Magnemite really struggles. Not mid C tier. Nope, not quite. Maybe next time, New Racer. Maybe next time we'll hit the goal. 1 membership? I'll take it, New Racer. I'll take it. Hey, and he got it. Hey, that's the best gift we could have gotten. Beautiful. Beautiful, Colton. Literally perfect. Let's go. And we've broken the curse. Is it because I said trans rights in this stream? I don't know. Who knows? We have broken the curse of YouTube. We've gotten rid of the awful doom and gloom. We brought the light and the happiness. Let's go. Absolutely, let's go. And he's wild. Got the Lapras emote. Caked up, oiled up is crazy. Okay, C tier is awesome though. It's really, really good. Very cool. Okay, my voice is about to give out, so before it does, we have to spin that wheel. We have to find out what we're playing for the next one. So we have some good options. Electabuzz is now on the wheel, and it looks like Dragonair is going to be the next one up to replace something based on the members poll. If you're not a member, make sure to become a member if you want a chance to vote in what we play next in these runs. Machoke is still on here because we need a new run with that one, because I do think at a much higher level we could actually get a somewhat reasonable result, and that would be good. But let's go ahead and spin this wheel. I'm not a member. Of course you are, Colton. Oh, are we back with Machoke? I was just talking about it. We're back with Machoke. Okay. That means that we're going to have a bit of a debate here. So we're going to have to pick a second Pokemon as well, because I want to do one run with Machoke, because we only got one run last time. Oh, that was fast. It really was. Absolutely was. I want to do one run with Machoke, but that means we're going to have enough time to do another run of something pretty decent that hasn't been ranked in a long time or needs to be re-ranked. I think our options, I'll probably put this on the members poll as well for the channel. I'm thinking the ones that need to be re-ranked, the evolutions and the legendary birds need to be re-ranked, but those are going to be their own options. I'm thinking that our options will be probably Lapras. That's a very old run that should probably be redone. Same with Snorlax. And Gengar. Those are maybe like some of the ones that really need to be rerun, like up toward the top of the tier list here. That could be just so much better. Bulbasaur also maybe could be an option, because that was our very first stream. Bulbasaur could probably be a little bit better. So I think those are some of our best options. I'm going to for sure put it in the members polls though. Zubat, no way, Coles. Snorlax would be fun. Lickitung needs a re-rank. It should be lower. Lickitung's actually pretty decent in Gen 1, surprisingly. It's got good setup. It's pretty decent. All right, but that'll be it for tonight. Thank you, everybody that's been watching. We will, I believe, yeah, we should have a Ironmon run on Saturday, an Ironmon day. It's been a minute, but we should be back at it on Saturday. I don't have anything going on, I don't think. So that will be Saturday, and then our next week run on probably Wednesday night will be Machoke and a double feature with one of those other options, possibly Snorlax or Gengar or Lapras. We will see. But we'll call it there. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see you on Saturday. Have a good one.